Hey everybody, welcome to Chanchai's Dojo. We are live. It's Tuesday, March 24th, and we're going to be sending off Virtua Fighter 5 REVO World Stage 1.0 as 1.1 comes out in just a couple days. And it's going to change quite a lot, but still going to be awesome Virtua Fighter. So it should be a good time. Hope you're all doing really well. I'm going to check the audio, make sure it's all sounding good right now. Let's see. Yep. And yeah, we can hear the game's audio. I might turn it up a little bit. It sounds kind of low. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everyone's well and hope they're ready to play some Virtua Fighter. So it's going to be fun. This is end of a small era. This era lasted only about, about 14 months. And 15 months technically. So should be good. Yeah, it's definitely a great day for some VF. 100% Chronomad. Hope you're doing good today. Hope you're having a good one. Let's see here. Check something really quick. Get to my audio levels. And yeah, we're gonna up this volume a little bit. There we go. That should do it. Alright. Let's get the room going. And we're gonna be doing some Chanchai's Dojo. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Pretty much you still need the same fundamentals. Like, the things that change are not going to affect the developing level, but it does affect the higher level stuff, and that's perfectly fine. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it is going to look different though, and I think it's going to be it's going to be exciting times. Very fresh. Hey DC Theo, good to see you. So good to see you. I hope you're doing really well. How's the weather over there in Vegas right now? How are you doing? And thanks for all your good vids. Are you in Texas? You're going to Texas Showdown, right? I saw you had a nice PSA reminding everybody, hey, please, when you go to offline events, please be on your good hygiene as well as your good behavior. Do clean yourselves well. Make sure to, sometimes use deodorant for some people, because of their lifestyles and their diets, may have more body odor. So definitely, if you're that type, deodorant, sometimes a cologne, but a strong cologne can be a bit much. General hygiene and general, social, it's a social event, be social, right? So, yeah. 97 degrees in Vegas today. My gosh. Yeah, it's getting there. And you guys are in the desert, so you guys have hot days and cold nights, right? So, I haven't been in Vegas in a while, but I would love to go back. Let's see. I was actually born in Reno, Nevada, though. So, let's see. So, 4565 is going to be going to have our league match. 16 people. We're gonna let people know we're streaming and we're commentating so they know. Alright, the room is open. Come on in. The water's warm, Chronomas, yeah, bro, sick of that tournament smell. Well, not all tournaments smell, it depends on the tournament. Let's do a little warm of Kusano while we're doing this. But yeah, it depends, But I do like it if, it might be harder to get a sponsor now, but I liked it when PAX 2010 it was smelling pretty bad. 2011 they put deodorant and shampoo samples inside their swag bag, and it made a huge difference. Big difference between the different years. So if you do, let me know. I'll get the VF crew together. Hell yeah, I would definitely let you know if I'm going to Vegas. Everywhere I go, I actually do let people know. Like, I do reach out to VF folks whenever I travel, and that is also why I've been able to meet so many people in different places. Usano likes to watch with their defense when they fight me, and so I try to take the lead if I can. Alright, that was good. They did get a recovery hit. So what I used here is it's a crush. This move crushes high attacks, and so using it in the neutral like that sometimes works if you think the opponent might use a high punch. Now that said, of course, if they like to use a low punch, a little different. Hey Miller, it's good to see you. I'm gonna let you guys spar a bit. I do want to spar with Miller, but let's spar a little bit. Let's spar a bit. But I'm really happy to have you in here with us today, Miller. I am probably gonna, you know, like lose this one intentionally if I was in the winning position. But if I remember, your Leon is doing good though. So see how I do this fadeaway? Nice, there. Call out the fadeaway. Call it out. That was excellent. That was excellent. Very good. That was a good round, Miller. That was a really good round. Good way to keep your cool. Make thoughtful decisions. I like it. Very good. You can punish this more. It's one of those moves you can anticipate in this string. Alright. It was good. You were trying to bait the mid-rising attack, and I went with the lows there. So not a bad idea, though. This is something I like to do a lot. Nice. Nice. Alright, keep it up, Miller. You're doing great. Let's have a really fun sparring battle here. Very nice. Very nice. I like the backdash. Excellent. Excellent. There you go. Now this time you punish the low. And if the timing is good, this will also be the mid-rising attack if the timing is good too. Keep it up. Very good. Good game. Good sparring session, Miller. That was great. Keep it up. Very fun.
I want a serious fight.
Alright, let's see here. Okay. Well, Guibert, I was glad that you were there at Super Choyakov. I'm glad you got to see Brooklyn Arcade and you got to hang out with the New York folks as well as the East Coast folks. So I think it was awesome. So I hope you enjoyed good company and some good VF while you were there. So I wish I could have been there. So it's too bad, DC Theo, that you won't be able to go to Texas Showdown. But I'm glad that you were giving a shout out to it, though. Texas Showdown's a good one. I haven't been there, but they have consistently had some good VF presence there, and everyone that goes, it's like good vibes too. So it's definitely on my radar of ones that, like, I think for the VF players, they should always consider Texas Showdown each year. Combo Breaker is definitely a choice if you had to choose between the two. Combo Breaker is going to be amazing. You're going to have you're also going to have an international field at Combo Breaker. So I'm looking forward to you all having a good time meeting different people at Combo Breaker as well for Virtua Fighter. It's going to be an amazing event as always. I do like it when events do the swag bags and free stuff. Everyone likes the free stuff, and it gives a little excitement to it. So, gotta love the swag bags. And I do love, again, when packs put in, like, shampoo, and they also put Old Spice. They had Old Spice samples inside the swag bag, too. Like, yeah, it made a huge difference. 2010, like, the thing is with PAX, it used to be called PAX Prime, we call it PAX West now. So PAX in Seattle is a huge convention center, and nowadays it's even bigger because it's 3 buildings now. But that said, that event, 2010 was really packed. It was incredibly packed. And so it's tight, and so the smells, you could really feel it when you're walking through. So yeah. Man, good to see everyone in here. We can also say, hey, this is our farewell to this red bar, bug. Farewell to that in a couple days, we hope. We would like to believe they've solved that. They believe they have because they actually put it in the notes that they fixed this bug. So, that's going to be one of the good things to get to say farewell to. When we're saying farewell to 1.0. Bushido, so awesome to have you here. I am really happy that Bushido's been able to join the dojo sessions these Tuesdays, because I always like fighting with Bushido, and he's been good. I know he's been busy. He's got, kids. Baby's about 1 year old now, I think. But man, Bushido's been awesome, and yeah. Also, their event in Colorado looked really great. Winter Showdown. I have always wanted to go to Winter Showdown as well. I'm sad I still have not been able to go. A few years ago, I really intended to go and it didn't work out, but I want to go so bad. And yep, Portland X, we are here. Good to have you here, my friend. Always great to have you. So, here's the thing, Weebert understands. The thing that's fun, now the cool thing about Combo Breaker, even though it's a bigger event, I believe that thanks to especially Tango Man, but also our VF community, it has the vibes of like a smaller event while being a big event. So Virtua Fighter at Combo Breaker, like, they have consistently lots of hanging out, lots of play. Now it might not be exactly gathering, but tons of casuals and going to dinner is what I've been seeing at Combo Breaker. So I think for anyone going to play VF at Combo Breaker, I think you can expect that. I think they've got it down. I think the community, I think the guys from Chicago, including Tengu Man, they kind of know what to do. They know how to make sure everyone's having a good time and are connected. And I also told La Fares, who is from Argentina, who's good, I believe, is going to be at Combo Breaker. I told him, look, just let us know like when you arrive, and we'll try to make sure that you're among friends right away when you're in Chicago, so that you don't feel isolated and you don't feel awkward. You get the meetup right ahead. If you get the meetup out of the way at the start, it's wonderful, and then everybody kind of gets to know each other and gets comfortable contacting each other and giving each other updates. And so that's what's important. Guibert can tell you, like, the amount of communication I did at LA Gathering to kind of make sure that everybody kind of had a sense of what they could do. Mustang could tell you that too. A lot of people in here that were at LA Gathering can tell you that I was doing my very best to make sure that everyone kind of didn't feel isolated or alone. I tried to give everyone the best chance I could give to make sure that they were connected with what was going on at the event and they'd have a good time. And I think everyone had a great time at LA Gathering. DC Theo could tell you that too. So yeah. And Guibert, I think, understands it himself, because I think Guibert does a similar thing, right? Guibert works hard to connect people at a lot of stuff, whether it's his events or other events, but he's done a good job connecting people in California, so I'm so happy about that. So we try to give the benefits of the local and the small events, even when we're at big events. I think that's also why Rayblade, Rayblade talks about many things, but when he's talking about, like, he's really proud of, like, the Seaside Suite in the Sea Salt Suite, which is the Hawaiian community's, like, suite that they run at REVO. Now that one, it has become more of like an official event for the last many years, but that thing is like, it is community, but basically that thing is pretty sweet. No pun intended. But they're able to have done that from the start because of that community connection and that feeling of community. Yeah, Guibert, I'm really happy that you have been able to travel a bit. I'm glad that people get to meet you and get to see, the type of good guy that you are, and also just enjoying the VF, And I think when you enjoy VF with people too, in person, and you get to meet the players too, you're gonna see something that's generally, you see a lot of good things. And if you only do the online interaction, I would say the people I know that are online mostly and sometimes online only tend to be a little paranoid. They tend to be scared, right? And that's why, and you see people like me constantly saying, hey, you really try to go out to these events if you can, because I think you realize they're a lot more comfortable and fun. Now, is it possible for tension to happen? Yeah, but I would say that the batting average is better for the offline than the online. I think online is amazing. Okay, I like online too, but online community, I think, tends to run into more because that's what people feel more free to say a lot of stuff, including maybe like what they would say on a bad day, right? At a local, people do say those things, but it takes a lot for them to do it. Like, something else has got to be going on for a lot of people to kind of go there. But at the same time, and then people that are online only sometimes worry about whether they're dealing with the fake person when they meet them in offline. I'm like, it's more of like persona. It's more like people are gonna definitely put a different foot forward depending on the social situation, but that's to the benefit of the group, and that's to the benefit of you in a safe environment, because what's really going on is people wanting to connect or people wanting to just have a good time. And in person, we can see all the cues that say, maybe I'm making this bad, or maybe this person's making it bad, so maybe I should behave better. That's all it is. It's not them trying to be fake. It's trying to them to work in the context of that, you know. So, but almost for sure, without a doubt, I can say more than 99% of the time, and I know that there's that less than 1% that happens, but 99% of the time for me, Virtua Fighter events have been like incredibly amazing. I've never regretted going to a single one personally. I'm not saying that it'll never be regrettable, but you've got better odds on that than a lot of things in life, and so I think it's just amazing. And I've formed a lot of good friendships, and I've formed friendships with people that I disagree with. I formed friendships with people that I might even have conflict with online, but once we meet each other, we kind of see the person more directly, and a lot of times we end up liking each other, so it's good. So that said, I can't promise the world to you, but I'm just saying, in general, it's better to go than to not, and the odds are generally incredibly good that you're gonna have a great time. And you can't really say that about many things, but I think you can say that about Virtua Fighter events. A lot of times, another anxiety that people that have not gone to events sometimes have. So I want to talk about this one. So I already talked about the anxiety of drama, stuff like that. Some people worry about the tension about like the competitiveness because they see the showboating and they see the attitudes, and some scenes have some degree of that. But actually, almost always it's pretty good. And if people are there because they like the same game, almost always that's starting off on a very good foot. So I've never really seen the problem. Now, about do people get angry when they lose? Some people do. There's a few, there's some people do, but I would say it's like 1 in 20 that have trouble controlling it. And even the ones that have trouble controlling it, I like them a lot, and I don't get mad at them because they lose it when we're playing. Okay, you kind of get used to it, but it's people that get mad are usually mad at themselves. They're not mad at you. Sometimes, okay, I have had friends rib at me though, okay, that'll go like, damn it, Chanja, and do something, but they don't hit me or anything like that, and they definitely aren't mean to me. They just express it out, so but and so it's important to know, I don't think that that's like a real safety concern. Are there people that can be dangerous in real life? There is. What are the odds? 1 in a few hundred. If you look at the fighting game events that happen, and you look at when an incident busts out, it's about 1 in a few hundred. It's like 1 in 400. Now that, of course, you don't want that 1 in 400 directed at you. These are similar odds to like almost anything. Going to the store, and when you look at it that way, so I'm talking in odds because I'm not going to dispute that there's a possibility, but I'm also going to say, the odds of going to a shopping mall, something happening, the odds of going to a club is much higher too. So club, odds of going to when you go to a party, right? Things can happen. That's life, and we are managing these things. But for the most part, fighting game events usually have people that don't want anything to happen. The number of people at the events that don't want any bad thing to happen is like pretty much 99%. You have to be a pretty bad egg to really go there wanting something bad to happen. And it's so rare. And that large amount of people that don't want drama that don't want a bad thing to happen will step up when it gets if it ever gets extreme. And so again, this is why I encourage people that are thanks for hearing me out here, but it's just I think it's a good topic to talk about because we are now in this era of people that have been online all the time. We'll go ahead and practice. Go ahead and spar. We will do a league battle soon, but we'll do it after about 2 more games. Do it after about 2 more games. So, but we do now have generations who have like 2 or 3 generations that have grown up without, like, with smartphones their whole life, or with most of their social life. And so I understand that that's a bit different. And I know that the way kids are raised these days, including my kids, right, is they don't walk out on the street as much unless they live in a city with like a subway or like mass transportation. You know, unless like mass transportation is like the lifestyle, then a lot of them have lived a relatively sheltered life, and have had parents that were more helicoptering them, that were more watching over them and not letting them out of sight too much. So I know that this is a big difference. But I think you may be surprised how comfortable it is and fun it is when you do go to events, like fighting game events. So that's why I'm always talking about it, though. But I was talking about it regardless because they're really fun. Because they just they make it all even better. But in these rooms, in my sessions, on my stream, you guys know that I try to bring that here too, and I do think I have called a talent, a gift, where I think I have a talent for making it fun or pleasant to play games with me online, right? I've had this, whether it was World of Warcraft, whether it was Battlefield, anything, and it could be people of all backgrounds, even people that were ex-convicts that went back to jail even then, but they really liked hanging out with me. I'm not saying we're gonna go do that like in our offline BF, but I mean in Battlefield, something like that, right? But I've been able to just have a good time when we're playing online, and I think I like to help other people feel that too, and I like other people to find that within themselves and their groups too. So yeah.
Round 1. Ready?
Yeah, Combo Breaker though is really, that's kind of the fighting game event that a lot of people told me that's like their favorite in North America for the majors. There is okay, Devil Ray did bring up something. There is an interesting discussion about the VFOC change. Now, this VFOC change is more about a communication, and we'll talk about that. Right now, Sega has just talked about how there's a community they're aiming for more of a community, like they would like more of these international players that come from other regions, right? We know that South America will have a representative. We know that North America will have representatives. Europe, they haven't said yet. We know that Europe will have representatives. Okay, we know Oceania, so Australia, New Zealand, and that area will have representative. And I'm very certain that we will find out about more Asia qualifiers that are outside of Japan, and with some intention that so I'm actually hoping that Korea gets one, but I would love it if Taiwan gets it too, because they have serious VF fans in both of those places, right? And we know that these players get to go to Virtua Fighter Open Championship. And so right now the communication Sega released like yesterday is that for that, we're gonna go ahead and try to start the league battle right now. Is everyone ready? Is anyone waiting? Okay, we're gonna start it and we'll try it and we'll see if it crashes. And we know that so they talked about that. They haven't talked about prize money, and they have not talked about because the prize money was donated by Nvidia, I believe. The $100,000 prize pot for Virtua Fighter Open Championships was sponsored by Nvidia. And so I don't know what that situation's like for VFOC, but I think that is a conversation that's happening in the Japanese community right now because it's different from this year, right? Because they're talking about this right now. We'll see what they talk about going forward. They still haven't announced Europe plans. They haven't confirmed whether EVO France is a VFOC event or whether it's going to be versus fighting. We don't know, but we will see. But I do like that they're focusing on the global community, and that it makes me wonder about some other things about that, but it's wonderful speculation. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So there's still going to be staggers, but there's definitely going to be way less staggers. But I am sad about that, but at the same time I understand, so I'm not, you know, like I'm not making a big stink about it, but I do love the stagger system. But you are going to see them more at the wall, and you are going to see them on some of the lows. And I didn't read about Aoi if she's got her 6P plus K stagger or not, which was added in REVO for it also. Very good. Good games, good game, Instant, good game. I like a lot of the way a lot of your setups are built, actually. I do like them a lot. I see what you're going for.
See? I thought I'm better.
Yeah, the Frosty Faustings is also pretty awesome. So Frosty Faustings really is another event I really wish I would go to as well. I want to go to all of them. I'm sad that this year I might not travel nearly as much as I want to travel, but I really wish I could, because this year is an amazing year to travel for VF if you can. And I would say if you have the funds, the sooner you book tickets, the better, because you never know what if the ticket prices are going to go up when your event comes up. And also know that most of the time when you book hotels, as long as you believe you're going to be there, a lot of times you can book hotels. It usually doesn't cost to book the hotel, you know. So sometimes if you know you're going to go to an event, like quickly book that hotel. Not everyone knows that, right? A lot of people only use package deal sites, so they're used to prepaying all the time. They don't know that if they book directly with like the hotel, that like you don't pay until you're actually there. You know, some hotels do charge now, but in advance. But the standard is actually that you don't even have to pay until you're there. So.
Ready, go!
But if you only bought like tickets on Expedia or something like that, you might not know that. Alright, Firebird, so good to see you.
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go!
Very good.
Ring out. Round three. Ready, go!
Dude, it's fun to make a video of your travels, dude. I feel bad that I haven't uploaded all of my travel videos, because I always intend to. Ring me out. Oh, there's a ring out there. There was a ring out there. Alright. So the downside with using a string that's got highs here is this, right? I faded away and then I was able to crush under the high attack in the string. Good game, good game. Yeah, ode to staggers. So yeah, I do think both Frosty Frosting, not gonna lie, Frosty Frostings and Combo Breaker, I do hear complaints about the smell at both those events. So, you know, this is a community effort to remind people to bring their best hygiene to events, you know? And also sometimes it's not just the hygiene, right? It's again the hygiene. Some diets, some Middle Eastern diets have a strong, potent smell, so that's where cologne is really good, right? Like that's where my friends that have that kind of diet, cologne is really good for them, right? Because the cologne kind of like makes it that much better, you know. And generally speaking, you know, I mean, you know, some Asians don't have as much body odor, but at the same time, the Japanese give me stories about sweat clouds. That's pretty scary. I keep hearing about that like some otaku is so bad that like some events you can look at the ceiling and there's like sweat on the ceiling that came from the sweat clouds from the otakus that did not clean. So you guys can ask Hime-chan about that. I've heard stories from Japanese. I didn't see it myself, but that said, it's also true that EVO Japan, when I was there, I was so happy with hanging out with VF people and so happy there. People said that the VF players looked like the happiest, but everyone else was complaining about the lack of air conditioning. And so, but for some reason, us VF folks were just so happy to have VF at EVO Japan that we weren't complaining about that at all. But I think I saw Street Fighter players, Tekken players, Guilty Gear players, everyone complaining about the air conditioning. No problem. You don't have to talk for the camera either. But I understand, and that's all good. Very good. That was so cool. You run me out. There's a ring out. Awesome ring out. Never underestimate evade into giant swing.
Ready, go!
Hey, it's good to see you.
Ready, go!
Really good to see you, Kunjun. See, I missed a stagger. I got wrung out again. Good one. Very nice. Oh, I did not get wrung out. Yay, I did not get wrung out. The angle wasn't there. That was awesome. Can't evade me if I'm minus.
Ready, go!
That was so good. I like it. That was good. Very good one. I should have tried to roll.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Tried to guard that. Oh, nice. Good game, good game, good game. I'm always looking out for the ground throw. That's actually why I don't roll against Wolf, is I'm always holding a throw escape. That was really good. Good game, Weaver. That was awesome. That was really, really fun battle. Okay, so let's see. Which area are you in, Chronomad? You don't have to tell me which city, but you can tell me the general area. And if I know of anyone in that area, I'll at least let you know. But, okay, Chronomad, like, let's say you said 2 hours from Seattle. Like, let's say you're in Spokane. There is at least 2 people I know that play VF there, including XTN. XTN has recently moved to Spokane. If you were in, you know, if you were like 2 hours from there, if you were Port Orchard, that might be harder. But there's definitely a community, or at least you could at least eventually traveling the 2 hours to Seattle is not too bad, but means you can target those events. All right, let's do this, Bushido. All right, take the hits. There we go. Oh, Subterm.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Double low punch. Double low punch.
Round 3.
It's really interesting how that works against me because of what I'm thinking of there. Very nice back throw. Very nice. Good round. Round.
Round 4. Ready, go! Round 5. Ready, go!
Interesting. I like that. Good game. Good game. I like the guess on the throw there. Very good game, Bashir. That was so much fun. All right, let's see what we were chatting about. So yeah, I need to see what area you're in, Chronomad, Mad. But there's a lot of areas in there's a lot of people in Washington State. Hey, Juicebox, so good to see you. Oh, sorry, Jamie. Sorry, Jamie. I will definitely, we'll have a new league soon. I apologize on that. I'm like so far behind on the chat that I didn't, I have no clue, where people that were calling out at the time.
Go!
I hate being back turned there. That back turn sucked. Being back turned there sucked. Because I was ready to combo, but then I did the wrong move. If I did kick, I think I could have converted though. wall conversion. I was hoping that this one hits the wall, but this is a really good battle. 4-4K is such a good opener. Man, full backdash will avoid that. It's good. This is such a fun battle, Void. Alright, good game. Awesome battle, Evoid. That was so much fun. Really fun battles with Bushido, really fun battles with Evoid.
What a knucklehead!
Alright, so Jamie Lee Curtis is making a room. That's cool.
Round one. Ready, go!
So this is again forward throw right there. Nice. There you go. And good. That's how you fight it out.
Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! My time is here!
So if someone's defending a lot, yeah, use the throw. And don't be too discouraged if they do escape the throw. But you'll be at a disadvantage, but you'll still be able to fight.
Ready, go!
Very good. And I'm showing you how powerful poke in the throw is, right? If someone has a guard instinct, it's pretty strong. There you go. The problem with the high is I can low punch a high. And that down back punch is a high, so.
Time's up! Round five. Ready, go!
Good. Good escape. Alright, good sparring, Zach. Good sparring. Keep it up. Keep it up, my friend.
What a knucklehead.
Kasana said that the Sweat Cloud story came from the Comic Kit convention. I've heard multiple versions of the Sweat Cloud story, so I don't know like the real origins of the Sweat Cloud story because I've heard multiple like versions of it. Yeah.
You'd better take me seriously. Round one.
Militubi 6KK. You're talking about Taka 6KK? I'll have to ask you later. This is really fun, Sisha. Nice flip kick. I like it. I'm glad that Cruz and Guiber got to meet each other. Cruz, I hope you had a good time on this weekend. I wish I could have been there, man. You know that I wish I could have hung out with you. I had a feeling that they were gonna ring out. Actually, I actually had a feeling about this ring out here. I was just like, I think the conditions are right. They might backdash into a ring out. Nice. Nice backdash in the 4K plus 2. That was good. That was really good, Sisha.
Round four. Ready, go! Ring out. Round five. Ready, go!
Good game, Sisha. That was so much fun. That was a really, really good battle.
Forgot to train, eh?
Yeah, Guibert, I am sorry you had to deal with the rough travel. I heard a lot of people dealt with really rough travel this past the past week. TSA is a lot of people working without pay right now. And then if you happen to go to JFK Airport, that's like the worst lines too. I got clear just because of JFK Airport. So.
Ring out. Round two. Ready, go!
That was really cool.
My time is here.
Alright, good battle, Cartridge Fit. Good battle. Always really fun fighting your Eileen.
What a knucklehead.
Okay, it was LaGuardia. Yeah. It's more like travel situation. TSA is understaffed right now. Well, more like a lot of people, because there's no pay for like a month. You know. Yeah. Juicebox says Doral should be legal at a lot of events now, and starting on the new patch, she will be in world stage mode and arcade mode. Yeah. She's very fair. I think she's pretty fair. But we'll see. Jim Haney says, so Chancha, I consider learning Akira, but I wonder if he's too complicated for my skill level. So I think the thing about Akira is that how much you understand Virtua Fighter as a whole will amplify how well you use Akira and understand why you do what you do with Akira. In that sense, sometimes it's easier to learn to develop your Virtua Fighter understanding. Sometimes another character is good, but Akira is fine. But it also might be a more skewed or narrowed view if you play Akira and learn Virtua Fighter completely through Akira. I think it's just his design is interesting. And it's how I view his design for like the rock, paper, scissors of the game. Which is that he is so good at attack versus attack that things like you might not understand people wanting to crush or people wanting to do certain others, but Virtua Fighter is kind of like that with all characters. There's always something that you're probably not going to see. Alright, here we go, Miller. I'm going to focus on this fight here. Miller's doing awesome though. I like how compact Miller keeps it. I'm so happy to hear the Choi Cup was so much fun, Gleebert. Good game, Miller B. Really good game, Miller. Man, it's good stuff. The first 2 rounds especially. Really good stuff.
Forgot to train, eh?
I am most afraid of Dural's massive mode. That's the mode that scares me personally. Oh, Sisha, the reason that I wasn't surprised that you backdashed into the ring out was because the camera angle combined with the situation that we like the decision making I felt you were going to be making. And so with the camera angle, you could kind of see that the ring out's there, but you can kind of not see it. And so that's why I wasn't surprised when you backdashed out of into ring out. I've seen that play many times from many players. So yeah. No, I'm glad that you're. I know everyone can rely on you to take care of stuff, Cruz. So yeah. By the way, Guibert, did you get to play any VF5R FT, and what did you think if you did? Especially VF5R.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go. Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go.
Very good. That was a beautiful punish.
Knockout.
Alright. Good battle, Kasano.
See? I thought I'm better.
So, Kasano, if your opponent is stepping you, if they're stepping like a lot, sometimes it might be on the buffer. And if it's on the buffer, that's when you start considering mixing in delay attack. And the way you do it is you just crouch dash into your thing. So crouch dash into 3P plus K could help. But crouch dash into 3K plus G even. But Pi's 3P plus K is really good. So that's one that I like. I would say again, that's if you're able to see the opponent sidestepping, and if you're not, try to just reanalyze it on the replays, and then you might start to see it more in the matches. And right now, I feel like my gut tells me that you might be watching for the hit confirm. You might be watching for the contact when a move touches. And so I'm not sure how if you might see the evade as a guard in your view, and you might not realize it, because sometimes it's like that for me, or it used to be. So so see if you can process seeing the evades when people sidestep. That's what my gut's telling me, that's the advice to give you.
Round 1. Ready, go.
So good. Very good.
Knockout.
Very good.
Round 2. Ready, go. Ring out. Round 3. Ready, go.
That was an intense round, Devil Ray.
Round 4. Ready, go.
Oh, that was a really good battle. Very good battle.
What a knuckle
Once the matches get going, it's easy to forget to go to the FT and the R, but it's too bad that you missed them. So Haya told you that you were up, but you were like, I didn't sign up, and Haya signed you up. It was really funny, Cruz. So Cruz didn't know that they were in the tournament. Alright, Avoid, thank you very much. You have a good one. Thank you for joining us today, Avoid. Congratulations, Bashir. That was really awesome. Good stuff, everyone. Really good battles. Man, we got 15 people in the room. 15 in the room. 14 now. 13. But yeah.
Round one. Ready?
Sounds good.
Go!
Sounds good that you went 2-2. There's a monster field there. I'll never take Kreese lightly though. Never take him. No matter how rusty he may feel. Alright, good to have you here, MF Diva. Shoutouts to MF Diva as well.
Round two. Ready? Go! Bring out. Round three. Ready? Go!
Alright, we will start the next league battle at about the at the 45-minute mark. That's about 9 minutes from now. No, actually, we're gonna do it at the 50-minute mark. So at the 50-minute mark, we will start the next league battle. That gives people time to get a drink, use a restroom, walk the dog, go out for fresh air, get a smoke, whatever works for you. But we will start the next league battle on the 50-minute mark. But yeah, as Dev already said, I guess some of the Japanese Twitter, VF Twitter, is like, I guess some were expressing concern about whether there's going to be a big prize or not, or what the focus will be. So we will see. I didn't see all of the full details of rule changes, but you know, change is always a bit tough, and we'll see what they focus on. I do like, as an international player, that Sega is trying to stress this community aspect. Of course, not at the exclusion of other stuff, but that matters so much to me. So I'm looking forward to how things go with the Virtua Fighter Open Championships in 2026. 2027, sorry. 2026 season, it'll be in 2027. It's like, I can't believe we're already in 2026. But here we are.
Ready? Go!
That was beautiful. That was really cool. Alright, here we go, Diva.
Round two. Ready? Go!
That's right, I like to use that move.
Round three. Ready? Go!
Good game, my friend. Hey, great games, Bushido. Thank you so much.
I want a serious fight.
Tomorrow's nah. Taco will still be okay, but man, a lot of people are gonna attack him to throw against him. But Bushido, it's so good to see you. Thank you very much. Thanks for the support. Thanks for joining us. I loved our fight, and you have a good night, man. You take care. Good games, man. I'm looking forward to whoever you play in the new version, but I also think Taka's gonna be still monstrous. Taka's still gonna be beating people up. So, are you guys having trouble starting the fight? Okay, good. They got it going. I'm gonna get a drink, and then I'll be back, and we will start the next league battle on the 50-minute mark. Okay, Necroman says, hey, question. It seems apparent that even though there's only a 3-frame delay to block or step from side turn, the actual side turn state lingers for longer than that. Do you know for how long? Okay, so this is a little different questions, right? Here's what it is. I don't know the actual formula, but here's where it gets confusing. First, let's separate. The 3-frame delay has to do with the delay on the defensive option. So this is like a penalty. This is your character turning straight forward, okay, and being like it means that you can't evade and you can't guard, and then for whatever reason you can't reversal either until after those 3 frames. This is separate though than the forced side turn. So that's okay. Your character reorienting. This is one side. This is on the defense side. On the other side is he hit you or they put you into side turn, the forced side turn. So here's the thing. As long as they attack with certain strikes within a certain amount of time, that will keep you locked on side turn. I don't know how it fully works. Mike is better at explaining this than me, but you have to, these are two separate things, and intuitively that makes no sense. Functionally, that's what's happening. Functionally, there's a forced side turn. So like when they sidestep you, that's like a forced side turn. It's just a passive way of doing it. When they hit you into side turn, that's a forced side turn. Yeah, so it's the attacker taking action that keeps them in the side turn. Now, that's also why certain attacks will retain side turn and certain attacks will not. So that's what's going on. Yeah, so there's two functions going on. Doesn't make sense intuitively, makes sense if you're thinking about it functionally, like programming. You know, so yeah. So that's where what's happening there, and that's how you'll find the solution to your question.
What a knucklehead!
Yeah, I there was a thing that made me confused about it too. I ended up asking a technical question. I got a technical response, and now I'm giving you the gist of the technical response that I got. So yeah. I had the same question like only a few years ago too. So hey, Graffiti Bandit. Well, thank you for stopping to say hi. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're having a good day or a good evening. Yeah, we do like the Mantis helmet is a fun one. Virtua Fighter 4 I think brought these, but no, VF5 is what really brought all these. But yeah, Final Showdown has them. We know that you know, Lao has got what, a dragon and a tiger head, so he definitely has the dragon mask. Yeah, I don't know why they brought it back. I don't like it either, but some people love it, so. Leon's was the most cursed, yeah. It's probably true. This one especially, right? The blue helmet, blue head with the red eyes, right? Those beady eyes really, like, they stand out.
Round 3.
Everyone's like, now I can't unsee him. It looks like somebody lasering on his helmet though. Yeah. It has praying mantis hands go that, yeah. Oh, that is cursed. Did Akira get nerfed? Not exact. I mean, if you want to call it a nerf, but not really. He got some of this. He didn't even get like. Look, everybody got their standing palms nerfed in some way. Not nerfed, but extended recovery. Akira's like standing palm is like the same. it's like really? It's like you did this to every standing palm except Akira's. You know? So it's like it's like you know, the one that's got the plus, like the plus on block, you know. you got indirectly buffed. Yeah. Yes. It should be. It's okay. That said, some of those changes will have implications on online. You know, some of those moves are really hard to duck and punish even in offline, and so online they're even harder to duck and punish or whiff punish. So you know the high launchers, except for Akira standing palm, most of the high launchers got like the recovery extended, and that's how it should be. And a lot of them got their frames to be worse on block. They are hard to respond to because they have they have like low stun on guard. So a lot of people are way too late on attacking right away after blocking them. And so Akira's is, you know, definitely the outlier here, but a lot of the standing launchers, and I do think this is correct. Some people hate this. I know Firebird did not like this change, but some other people didn't like this change. I think the change is fine. I think the change is good because honestly, these high launchers are supposed to be whiff punishable. They're supposed to be much more whiff punishable, and at least if you were to block them, they should be a little bit more minus. I think that's fair. The approach that you take against people that overuse like high attack launchers is that you would want to duck and punish it. You'd want to crush it with like a crouching attack or evasive attack. But generally you want to duck and punish or evade punish them. And so these moves were actually very hard to do that and kind of, you know, awkward to do even at some points. But that did make them stand out in not a terrible way. But I think ultimately right now the current design for the next patch is saying, hey, we want you to whiff punish these things. And if you block them, we'd like the person blocking them to attack back unless it's Akira. So yeah. So another way to look at it too, these high attack launchers, the fast ones, were meant to be used in more guaranteed stuff too. Like, it's supposed to be like, okay, I evade, but I saw that I evaded like something pretty big, not huge, but big enough that I'm going to do this 15 frame launcher. That's kind of what it's actually, that's a design intention, is that it would like you to use it that way. And also from backdash. I backdash, Akira whiff shoulder, standing palm, right? That's kind of like, that's part of the design intention of these moves, I think. And so I think this patch is trying to make it even more clear that that's the intention of these moves. Now that said, this is a free-flowing game. You should play it how you like and how you can make it work. But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. After I get back, we're gonna start the next league battle. I'm gonna get a drink real quick.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! two. Ready, go!
Alright, after this game we'll start the next league battle. Yeah, so another design theme that happens with this patch is just like more stuff having recovery frames. And this is
Round three. Ready,
with the change to evade cancel, you know, it does mean that like evasion is going to have more reward, a little bit more reward situations, but of course more risk because the half circular is going to be stronger. This does put the higher level play to be a bit more linear, which is fine because this game has always been that way anyways. But the sidestepping will still be there because it is very strong. But I do think that the half circular games do get boosted. So if you're generically evading to my back, you know, my Leon 4K is really gonna get you now. Alright, here we go. We're gonna start the next league battle. Let's see how it goes. Did anyone crash out? Did we have trouble? We got 12 people. Still have 12 people. Oh wait, hold on. Paused. Okay. Can you join? I'm okay if you want to try joining. I know that you're probably coming from France, but I'm okay if you want to try to join the room, but it might be hard. Let's see. Yeah. Go ahead and come in. So I do want to introduce everybody to, I cannot pronounce the French, but it means like, I want a girl, or something like that. And that's not their real handle. But yeah, go ahead and practice, you guys. We'll let them try to join the room. I'm trying to remember what their handle in the game is though.
round one.
But I had a nice chat with them on their stream a couple weeks ago, and I really liked them. And I really like them playing, like getting into VF. They are coming from other fighting games, but yeah, REVO, you can definitely join us. Okay, I'm gonna start my league battle, but you know, at the hour we will start at in about 1 hour we will start another one, so you can join us. You can watch the stream. I'm gonna start the league battle. Yeah, have you seen the league battle before? I think you will like the league battle mode, you know. But yeah, all right, Instant, you have a good one, and thank you very, very much. Yeah, so after this game we'll start the next league battle, and then REVO, you can join us on the later ones, okay? But I think you will enjoy it. We will see how it goes. And yeah, that said, we are mostly in North America, but I'm okay trying it out. Instant, thank you so much as always. Really good fight with you. Always love fighting you, Jeffrey. Keep it up, man, and have a good night and rest well. So yeah, exciting times, and you know, with Incident being from the Florida area, you know, CEO is going to be another wonderful Virtua Fighter tournament. So I'm looking forward to seeing how people are about the good times that people have at CEO for Virtua Fighter as well. All right, here we go. Gonna start the next league battle now. My favorite characters. Well, I like everyone. Leon is my main character, but I enjoy playing every character. Right now, I love playing Lao a lot, actually. But the good thing about VF is all of the characters are very valid. All the characters are strong, and so I love playing all of them. But man, it's good to have you in the stream. It's good to have you in the chat here. Alright, here we go. Your English is fine, man. I really enjoyed the chatting with you a lot on your stream. Thank you for welcoming me so much. All right, here we go, Soyuki. You got this? Nice. Yep, use those throws.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Nice. Nice. Keep it up. So also, don't forget that Lao has a guard break. Really good. Yes, there's a combo there. I'll teach it to you later. Don't forget Lao has guard break too, so you can use the guard break on a person that's using a lot of guard.
Ready, go!
And what you do after the guard break is back forward punch. So forward, all 3 buttons, and then back forward punch. Alright, there we go. Oh, it crashed? The room crashed? Okay, we'll start over after this. By the way, don't worry, REVO, you can join us because the room crashed. We're gonna start a new league battle. You can join us if the time's still good.
I want a serious fight!
Okay, no problem. So here's where the room has crashed. Sorry. Ah, okay, you're downloading the game. I see. Congratulations on the new PC. Let's hope that with 1.1 we will not have this issue. You know, farewell 1.0. Bye bye 1.0. Bye bye 1.0. You know. Let's see. Like I can't do anything unless I reset the game. So I might have to force quit the game. So, you know. Okay, I'm going to create a new room. I'm going to restart. I'm going to force quit the game. So it's like this was our farewell to 1.0, right? So, everybody crashed. So turns out it's patch updating right now. All right, here we go. Easy anti-cheat and initializing now. So it might happen a little. I don't know. I don't want to set expectations on the new patch though. When it, you know, we'll see what they do. As I said before and on my stream yesterday, I don't expect Sega to announce that they fixed this issue I expect them, like, I think they're working on it, and I think it's one of those where we'll just realize over time that it got fixed, and then they'll say it got fixed, because I think they don't want to announce it a fix if it doesn't actually fix it, or if there's still going to be like some percent that might still have the issue, right? The hard part is some of this is also some people that have really rough connections, right? Some people that it might be their machines too, and so it's hard to discern which is which whenever you do the fix as well. This is a hard one to diagnose when it's been fixed. Look at that. I have a room. I have a room, and I'm logged in, and I can see my room. I have never seen this before. Have you guys seen this before? You can see your own room. It's like, what's going on, Chan-Chai? Don't you want to go back to your home? So, anyways, I'll create a new room. Yeah, clone Chan-Chai. Let's see. Oh crap. Sorry. I need to make it 16 players. Alright, room is up now. Yeah, clone Chai. So, okay, Zevo, you've seen this before, the scene double. I've seen people make mock accounts, but I've not seen the scene double. All right, we'll give people time to join in. Start. That was a funny episode. We'll just make light of it. Zevo, I'm glad you can enjoy this time with us. Please let everyone know what they can call you. Everyone, you guys should follow Zevo. They were very fun to watch when they were playing Virtua Fighter and chatting. They were chatting English and French. I think their friend was also communicating. It was good. Oh no, you joined the wrong Chan-Chai. Did you get stuck? Is it like a cursed room? Is it a cursed room where you can't get out and you have to restart the game if you join that room? Kusano, let me know if it's a cursed room. So we will have to, exercise it. So, Obvious Creed, it's good to see you. Oh no. Oh, I hope it's not a cursed room. Sometimes rooms like that can be cursed, where like everyone gets stuck in there. So Kusano's talking about the window where, because it seems like the difficult connections happens that if you have a rough connection with somebody, like many hops to them, then that could cause some of the problems later. And so if you get in the room early, then you're gonna be fine. But you come in later, you might have the higher chance of seeing gray bars, it feels. Feel free to test it out, Zack Attack. For science. For Sega, too. So. Oh no, what happened, Sisha? Sisha, what happened? Alright. I believe in you, Zack Attack. Yeah, so Zevo, something I should mention, because I think you're newer to Virtua Fighter. We did not have this problem before the release of World Stage. This problem started happening after that. However, one of the factors is that World Stage is the first time Virtua Fighter did crossplay. And so, so I respect the difficulty of trying to fix this issue. Some of the players, some of their greater frustration is because they know that this was not always the way it was, and that they know that so we have this belief that eventually this gets fixed, but we hope soon. But we know that it's been quite a while, so it's kind of frustrating. And we hope that it'll get fixed, because other people can tell you that when I run my Chan-Chai's dojo, it regularly will get 16 people right away, like very quickly in the first 10 minutes. And we have like we have many league battles of 16 players throughout the night. But of course, some people want to join us and have trouble getting into the room and not seeing a gray bar. So when we see the gray bar, we know that's a bad sign. This red bar is just a bug, so this red bar is not a problem. I think you know this because when I watched you fight, I think it showed like 1,000,000 ping on your battle, right? And that's the same bug. Yeah. So Zivo asked me, when did I start playing Virtua Fighter? Well, I've been playing Virtua Fighter in the arcade since Virtua Fighter 1. So I played during Virtua Fighter 1 on the arcades. Now, when I first started traveling and competing in Virtua Fighter, when I was always serious about it because I loved Virtua Fighter 2. But it was during Virtua Fighter 3 Team Battle on Dreamcast. In 1999 is when I started traveling across the country and to other places to play Virtua Fighter. But when I was young, ever since VF2, whenever I traveled, I would look for an arcade, and the first game I looked for was Virtua Fighter 2. I fell in love with Virtua Fighter 2.
Round one. Ready, go!
Yeah, I am like 20,000 hours into Virtua Fighter. That's right. Yeah, more than that actually, but yeah, we'll see. So the secret of Erzer is your friend. He's in your place for... Okay, awesome. He's extremely new, so give him the full VF experience. Yeah, welcome to VF. Secret of Erzer. It's really nice to have you with us. Hope you're doing really good. Nice to see you playing Vanessa. And, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. What is my first fighting game? Karate Champ. My first fighting game, unless you want to count Joust. Joust? Would we count Joust as a fighting game? Then Joust would be my first fighting game. I played Joust on the Atari 7200 when I was like 3 years old. My father got that system, yeah. I played Karate Champ on an old Atari ST in like 1985, 86, yeah. Okay, Jamie has a room, awesome, cool. My first fighting game, so I'm kind of saying those are my first fighting games, but I did play Street Fighter 2 and I fell in love with Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 was like the game I was waiting for, right? Because I loved playing video games, I love action games, and I was always like, I want to play a game where I fight other people in like an action game. And I didn't see Street Fighter 1, but Street Fighter 2 was at the 7-Eleven near my apartment a long time ago. And so I fell in love with Street Fighter 2. Yeah. Virtua Fighter 1 I was interested in. I knew I liked it, but it was very interesting, right? But it would be Virtua Fighter 2 when I really fell in love with Virtua Fighter. I see. Kusano, we're waiting. Don't worry. You can keep trying, okay? Okay, or are you in Jamie's room? Let me know if you're going into Jamie's room. But if you're in this room, please let me know if you're trying to come in here, because we're waiting for you. Hey, Gundam Kid. Hope you're doing good. Dude, Karate Champ is a lot of fun. It's harder to play nowadays, but still fun. That said, for something that is kind of like the Karate Champ appeal, though, I do like the Fighter's Destiny games, and Toy Fighter is basically unofficially Fighter's Destiny 3. Those games are really cool, but I'm not good at them, but they're cool. I definitely remember Killer Instinct, both arcade and on Super Famicom, Super NES. And yeah, the black cartridge on was really cool. Alright, Kusano, are you still trying to join the room, or have you gone to another room? He probably has. After this game, I will start the next league battle. After this game. Is there anybody I should be waiting for? Guibert's trying. Okay, I will wait. Go ahead and keep sparring, you guys. Rayblade, Miller, go ahead and spar. We'll wait. We'll wait. Yeah. Well, my personality has always been pretty easygoing, so I've always been the easygoing kind of person. So, but I do think it helps to be very relaxed when you play this game. So, actually, it helps to be relaxed in all like sports, fighting, any serious activity helps to be relaxed. I love playing tennis, but I have not played tennis in a long time. I need to get my fitness back up to play tennis. Otherwise, I won't be able to walk for 3 days. Like the last time I played tennis, it was fun, but I pushed myself so hard I couldn't walk for 3 days. So, but I love playing tennis. I need to get back into fitness, into that kind of fitness. Yeah, Fighter Destiny is a really cool game. I mean, Fighter's Destiny is more built on point fighting, right? By the way, speaking of that, I think a cool accessible game on this type though is DOJO Masters. DOJO Masters is really fun. If you guys haven't played DOJO Masters, that's an indie game. It's really cool. That game is so cool. It also has rollback netcode.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Sorry to hear that move, quick. No, I understand, but well, when you're thank you for saying that my laugh is infectious. So when you're learning activity, yes, it's good to be tense because you're focused, because you're trying and you're learning and you're building that skill. And then the relaxed state comes in how you manage that, like being tense and then being relaxed. Managing the control of the technique, right? So kind of like boxing, like fighting. It's the reason why when you're practicing martial arts, you got to do the punches over and over. It's not like I learned the punch and I can use it. Fighting games can be like that too, right? That's the sharpness comes from experience, and that experience kind of gives you the confidence to know I can do this now. Like boom, boom, right? And it's like okay, block, boom, attack, right? Block, attack, evade, attack, right? Evade, throw. You kind of build these things. All right, are we good? I think we should start the next league battle now. Is anybody still trying to get in this room? Anyone still trying to get into this room? We got after this game. Anxiety is hard to manage. It's real, and it's something to manage for sure. Yeah, definitely turn losses into lessons. Huge one, huge one. It's a huge one to always turn your losses into lessons. The pace is over. This is a fast-paced game. The pace of VF, the reason it's fast-paced is not because of like what we're seeing, but because of the decision-making speed. Because of how rapid it is. Because it's 1 decision, 2 decision, 3 decision, 4 decision. It's like it plays at that speed. Right? It's not like you're stuck. Now you gotta wait your turn. Then you can do stuff. Wait your turn. Do your stuff. It's always your turn in this game, so you're always making a decision on offense and on defense. So yeah.
Round 3. Ready, go!
I see. I do believe it does get better. But yeah. Well, I think, so MoveQuick says, yeah, I find this game is uniquely strenuous for them to learn, not sure why. I'm someone who generally quite good at learning things. Yeah, well, and I think you are still learning things. Like, there's a lot that feeds into it in VF. So there's a lot that feeds into it. There's a lot of elements. And the thing is because it's very rock, paper, scissors at many, many levels. Not just the base one, there's many rock paper scissors going on in the game, and because of that, and because everything you do has multiple answers, everything your opponent does has multiple answers. You're constantly feeling insecure in this game, right? So I don't mind taking those 2 hits if I can do this combo, right? And then when you learn that you can take the hits, that helps. So one of my big advice is to get numb about getting hit, right? Is like, and of course the second one is watch your opponent's side of the screen. Once you know your character's animations, because all the information you need is on your opponent's character in this game. But keep it up. I appreciate you all so much, and move quick. I really appreciate you supporting the stream and watching too, and it's always good to chat with you, and I enjoy your company. I like the K cancels, they're fun to do. Very nice. Very good one, Miller. Keep it up.
Round 4. Ready,
Good game, good game. So the EX high wins, right? Because the EX high so good at interrupting any attack, except for Leon's 2K. Leon's 2K is the only attack that ignores EX high, as far as I know. Well, I think, let's see here. Very fun battle, Miller.
You'd better take me
All right, here we
seriously.
go.
Round 1.
All right, Karcharia's vid. Here we go.
Go. Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go.
Very good. Oh, so good.
Ring out. Round 3. Ready, go.
This should ring out. Nice ring out. Good ring out, Crutchise.
Round 4. Ready, go!
That was awesome. I like the hopping descending punch into low throw. Always good.
Round 5.
Always a classic.
Ready, go!
Awesome. Very good game, Crutchise. Good game. That was an intense battle. I had so much fun with that fight. Zach Attack says, someone recently gave me some really good advice. Plan about 3 moves ahead. Don't think too much about it. This is definitely a game where you do your thinking like outside of the match and then you kind of do it. So, I mean, I do stuff on the fly, but that takes a while to get there. You have to get very comfortable with your options to do it. But a lot of times, this game, we often say that in this game, hesitation is what kills in this game. Like, you will lose because of hesitation in this game. So sometimes, even if you just rush into a mediocre decision, you're usually okay. And sometimes it just happens to be the thing your opponent didn't account for. But when you hesitate is often what kills you in this game. Nice. Very nice use of the 6 KP. Very nice sidestep. That was beautiful.
Knockout.
Not gonna lie though, a lot of the people that are addicted to this game, it's because of the speed. Like they get hooked on the speed of the game. Because this game can be very much a dopamine rush. For when this game is definitely a dopamine rush. It's not even could be. It's absolutely a dopamine rush kind of game. Very nice. Good throw. Nice.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go!
Try to just combo him fast. You gotta use an attack to win. There you go.
Time's up. Round 4.
Alright, here we go, Zack Attack.
Go!
Remember that I'm doing forward throws, so forward throw escape is your throw escape. So we'll see what the effect of combos are on this patch. That said, what I'm I think we're going to see grounded combos in VF6, and I think that's going to be the signature of VF6. Maybe not. I wouldn't expect it in this game, but I would expect the ground, like VF6 going to have more combos that are more about momentum and push, and like knocking someone off balance and kind of their standing combos. I think those are the kind of combos that we're going to see in VF6. All right, good game, Zack Attack. Good game. But good to see you, Chicago Red. Good to have you here. So yeah, I think you're gonna see more like well, okay. So Chronomad, the thing about the decision making in this game, or intention, this game you kind of plan it. This game lets you input early. So this game lets you input your next move really early. If you watch my stick versus my screen, and watch what I do, like when I'm like responding to something, I'll block and I'll probably input the move before it will do it, because this game lets you input 12 frames before your character recovers, and it'll do the move. So because of that, like you block and then you can input the move right away. And so that's what we call buffering. And so buffering is really really strong in VF. This game, it rewards you for that. Very nice. That was guaranteed. This sidekick, if this sidekick gets purple hit, is guaranteed PKP. So power of Leon. Leon's side game is, you know, if he does get the side game, it's very strong, and so it's going to be very strong in, like, my evade punishing has definitely going to be improved in the new patch, right? Because some of these fast highs are have more recovery frames. Love Fighting Vipers too, and I should play more VSAV as well. Yeah, this game you want to... what Necromancy says perfectly. It says, honestly, if you throw something out in this game, you should be mentally preparing yourself for what to do if it hits or it gets blocked. Yeah, you don't want to just assume you're going to hit. You want to just... You got to get comfortable with it getting blocked so that you do right away what you want to do next, and you want to get comfortable with what it gets when it hits as well. And that's kind of true for this game a lot. Very nice double ray. And Tsuyoyuki just wants VF6 to make sense to you. Understand. That was really good. That was really good, double ray. Rest in peace to our staggies, indeed. Well, we still have stagger, but just less. So good. Such a fun battle. Okay, no problem, Yuki. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for. It's really good to see you, and I understand that that this game was not exactly to your taste, but I really appreciate you trying it, and I do hope that we can play a lot more in VF6. But I do love your company and would enjoy the chats as well. It disbanded for you? Oh, that was an intense battle, Devil Ray. I felt like I was seeing so much though, and I was really enjoying like being able to see a lot of what's going on, especially during that string when, even though you did do the follow-up, because it's a high, I was able to low punch it. So yeah. Hey, Tsuyuki, no problem. I understand. I do. And but again, yeah, much respect to you too. And thanks for your support from me and for Shidosha, man. You know, we're good. Yep, you bring out the circulars. That was good. Well, you nailed me a lot with the high elbow. I love her high elbow. You nailed me. For like 3 weeks, you've nailed me with that high elbow like almost every time. Your accuracy on that high elbow against me has been spot on. You got the read. So. Hey, Alcoholic Spaceman, so good to see you. How have you been doing, man? It's been a while. It's been a little bit anyways, but I hope you're doing good. It's good to see you, man. It's been a while since, yeah. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the springtime. Diva says, I'm losing 3 points for disconnecting from people who got disbanded. No. And Necromancy says, time to upgrade the work laptop to Windows 11. Pray I have a working laptop tomorrow. It is tough. It is tough. I am glad the game is working again on Linux. I'm not playing on Linux, but, you know, sometimes I'm wondering, oh, Pity Poing Hibiki is Zepho. So, you guys saw Zepho earlier. Please make sure to follow them. They are, their name will change later because they had to use that nickname because of a bet. So for 2 months, they're using that handle. But Pity Poing Hibiki is that player. So, Pity Poing Hibiki, good to have you here, my friend. All right, time to go full Switch 2. Maybe, you know. I hear it's working great on it. Like, look, and I think, you know, this generation, more people are using the Switch 2 docked anyways. Not just on fighting games, I mean in general. Like, Nintendo's kind of pushing people to use it that way, so. Yes, welcome to the dojo, Zevo. No. And I'm happy to do a sparring session with you sometime. So, yeah. Let's see. We got our matches going on. So, okay, Necromancy says, yeah, I changed my operating system on my ROG Ally X to Catchy OS, and it booted up via 5 instantly. Oh, that's so cool. That sounds awesome. Diva says, I accidentally bought the game twice on Switch 2, so I have to get my money's worth. How do you do? Did you buy it on like a second account, on like a kid's account? Or did you end up accidentally buying it on the second account? But either way, I appreciate your support of it. But on accidental purchases, I do think Nintendo covers those. So. But I would like it if you were able to gift the second one to somebody. That would be awesome. That's worth the purchase. Buying the game so you can give it to others is a great way to buy it too. Alright, we only have I think we're almost at the end of this league battle, and we'll have another league battle soon, so don't worry, hang in there, Hibiki. You'll be able to join that league battle.
You better take me seriously. Round 1.
Oh, okay, I see.
Ready, go!
Nice.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Oh, I'm sorry. Zero, no, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's sick. Oh, it's a back throw. I thought it was a side throw. Alright, Diva, have a good night and rest well, man.
Round 3.
Have a good night. Thank you so much. I enjoyed our battles. I hope I'm not causing too much anxiety, but I really love the way that you fight. Keep it up. And, like, you keep getting better. But, yeah.
Excellent.
Alright. Good game, Sisha. One of the tools you might want to use with Blaze is 4P plus K. 4P plus K is a really powerful counter hit launcher, and it's like his uppercut, but it moves forward a lot. It covers his space really well. So it can also catch people out of backdash. It's really strong. Now you don't want it to get evaded, but the 4P plus K is an amazing move. I'm always looking forward to next time, Diva, and I always like being in your stream too, so. Well, some people play on keyboard. I don't know many who do, but I know many who did. So yeah, that's okay. Keyboard is totally fine, you know. Yeah, so two moves I would recommend that you try out. 4P plus K is versatile, so that one is more your style of a move. Another move, it's tricky to use, is 4P and then K. So 4P plus K, but then also 4P, then K. That one is a full circular high, but the important thing is the mid kick after it, so yeah. Or is it a half circular into a full circular? But the 4PK itself is a really cool move. Am I excited for tomorrow's patch? I am excited for it, except, you know, I am going to be sad about staggers being gone, or staggers being reduced significantly. Very nice. Very nice. I like this. Is this combo? No, that's really good. Very nice, Eileen. Alright, here we go. I like it. Keep this up, my friend. Very nice. I love that move. that too. Very nice, very nice. I like the way you play. All right, this is very cool.
Round 5. Ready, go! Excellent.
All right, good game, my friend. I'm glad we finally get to spar. Glad we get to finally spar. Very nice, Eileen. Very, very nice. I like it. Let's spar some more. Let's spar many more times. I like your Eileen. Keep it up. It's good stuff, man. Good game. Good game. Eileen is a lot of fun. I like Eileen. So, yeah, Necromancy is all for no staggers. Yeah, I know some people hate staggers. I love the staggers, though, but I understand and I respect it. So I respect that view. Go is definitely an interesting changes to Go, but we'll see how it plays out. Actually, you know, evade cancel has been the problem for him, so the changes to evade cancel might be a buff for him. That might be why it looks like a nerf if you look at patch notes. So you cannot look at patch notes in a vacuum. It's the full context of how they think the game is going to be played, right? All right, move quick. Very nice. Nice. Very good. Awesome, awesome, Okizemi. So keep it up. I do think Go will be fine.
Ready, go!
That was awesome. Move quick's playing awesome. I'm like dead. That's it. Good round. Nope. I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead.
Round 3. Ready, go!
It's playing awesome.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Good game. Move quick, that was a really good battle. Good game, my friend. It's been a while. That was really, really good.
What a knucklehead!
That was a very fun game. You're playing really great. You're playing really great. You got me really good on the Okizeme as well, too. That hurt pretty hard. And really good you got me on the dashing elbows. Yeah, got me on a lot of good stuff. Alright, we're gonna watch Miller 2B versus Pity Poing Hibiki. Thank you very much for the follow, Oskamir. Alcoholic Spaceman, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it a lot. Bushido, thank you for the raid. Graffiti Bandit, thank you for the follow. And Juicebox, also thank you for the raid. I really appreciate all of you so much. Yesterday we also had some new follows. We had Prodigy, DJ10, and Surf 3 Po. We also had the subscription from Diva and Obvious Creed. So thank you guys a million. It means a lot to me. It helps me so much. Are we seeing anything interesting on the socials? Some. Let's see here. Yeah, for me, I'm not gonna lie. Something that I like that staggers do is it creates some variance in what people do with the stagger. Some people get greedy and will go for more, and some people go for less, and then some people just play around it or don't use it. The change to staggers basically is that a lot of them are going to be just normal Nitaku or small Nitaku or big Nitaku. +6 is small Nitaku, +8 is big Nitaku. And that's fine, but a lot of times you're just going to see people do kind of the same stuff. A lot of these in the current game's design, a lot of the moves that do stagger were kind of tuned and built that way. They were forged in an environment where there were already moves that do the similar function as hit into other guaranteed hit or hit into mix-up. So what happens here is that it feels like it's going to be weird for me just to look at the stagger move and people just do the same thing over. It's similar to people do the same thing over with like a backdash stagger. Backdash punish in this game because that was replaced the old stagger. But I like how dynamic things can be at the high level. But staggers are very intimidating for a lot of people, and they are. And some people, because it is presented as, look, this is a technique thing you can do, or you can do it as mashing. And because of that, what's conveyed is generally that the easiest way to communicate that is you can mash this. But a lot of people, especially nowadays, in modern game design, don't like the idea of mashing, right? Really, it's just, hit a certain number of inputs, certain amount of time, and they all vary because it depends on which stagger. But again, so I love the expression aspect of stagger. I also do like the stress. Not gonna lie, I like the stressful aspect of stagger. I like being stressed by the stagger, and then depending on the day, going, okay, I can break the stagger, or I can't break the stagger today. I'm gonna play around it, So that's kind of what I like about it. But I understand that this is not everyone's experience, and again, a lot of people are not gonna like it, right? So, but I love stagger, and to me, it's definitely like, again, as I've said oftentimes, it's a combination of situational awareness, technique, and timing, and in a way that's unique from the way we actually set up mix-ups more commonly in this game. And so I like them, and because they are designed to like not be overly broken for the most part, then it becomes a player expression on whether they go for it or not, because of whether they think the opponents in general break it or not. And some people start to realize it becomes this differentiator: can you or can't you do it? And some people realize the opponent's not as good at stagger, so they go for it more. But then the opponent has a point of Yomi to decide whether they're going to play around it or not. So again, we have many guessing points in this game. We have many ways, many dynamic situations. This is not going to take away from that. It's just that I love the way that staggers added to the dynamic nature of the game by a lot. But that's my personal preference. I do not consider myself great at breaking staggers, but people have seen me break some really hard ones. But it's more like, but I've played against people to which you cannot stagger them, and again, doesn't mean that I win just as much against them, right? But it's really interesting to watch the how the fight goes and the feeling of fighting an opponent who can versus can't, and opponent who can sometimes do it and sometimes not. So that's what I love about it. That's why I personally have grown so attached to it and like it a lot. But I'm not expecting everyone to have that feeling or experience. I respect everyone's opinion on it. Rental Animator doesn't like stagger. He feels like it's ruining his controller, and I get that. Tricky hates it because, well, she does not consider herself good at breaking stagger, so it's like one of her quote-unquote weak points, right? Nobody would say she's a weak player. but she considers one of her weak points is stagger break. So, and there were other reasons too. Like she wanted to protect her hands too, and so that's another factor in it. So I understand that stress and that feeling. So, hey, good games all, yeah. Yeah, so Go 3K got his stagger back, so that's a plus, yeah. Crazy Joe, I agree with that, yeah. Well, there's still gonna be staggers at the wall, but Crazy Junk knows that the staggers at the wall are easier than some of the notorious staggers. They're not that hard exactly. So, like if you play against Japanese Elite, they break the stagger. So the fun thing is you stagger them so you can set up guard, so you can set up the guessing game after, and hopefully wall split on that. But then again, yeah, it's what it is. Yeah, so Tricky has definitely had Tricky has had an interesting relationship regarding her hands and the game, and where she's managed her time, but then she's found ways to play that she feels more comfortable playing longer term. So now she plays longer sessions, especially since she's been streaming. When her stream blew up, right? Then she's been playing longer sessions. But she used to really time cap her sessions before her streaming era. So she found comfort. She also found, for her, the leverless worked better for her too. So that's really good. For me, I definitely feel more fatigued playing on leverless myself, but I'm very happy playing on it. But I prefer to play on stick, and stick is comfortable for me. I can play 20 hours. I can play the whole day on stick, but that's just because I'm used to what I want to do on stick. So, yeah, Hypergraph, good to have you in the room. I see. So Devil Ray says, I am pro reducing mechanics that destroy hands. I can tell you all about a buddy who screwed up their wrist permanently playing Kevin and Girl. Yeah, indeed. So the thing is, though, is again, you play someone like Sedaso in China, and this is what their stagger sounds like. But it's like a full circular like this. But it sounds so beautiful when you hear it. It just sounds like such perfectly like small circles, and like it's just like, and it's like done, and he broke the stagger. You know, it's just like yeah. But in the old arcades, it was designed as a mechanic to draw attention because of that, and because in the attempts like. In the arcade, it's like this feeling that like, here's how you do a contest, right? It's kind of like the Mortal Kombat mini game, yeah. But yeah, like if you hear Sedaso's, I did that stagger break once. I've told this story many times, but this was 2 years ago. I was playing with R Panda at Locals, and I knew that I was about to get like punished for doing backdash, so I was ready and preparing myself, and just that day I was thinking about Seda's technique, and I don't normally do it. Normally I break stagger like this, and so I heard like, and so suddenly when I got backdash staggered, I did the perfect stagger break, like dead on perfect. His Taka launched me back, right? Like kicked me out backdash, and this leads to like a 50, almost 50% life combo against Leon, and I just like, boom, and it just was like, right, and like. And then I, blocked the launcher, and then Panda and I were still continued to fight, but both of us at the same time were just like, whoa, and Panda is playing on levelist, and you're like, when I hear stagger break like that, I want to play on stick, so, yeah. Hey, Kung Fu Hustle, it's so good to see you, man. How have you been doing? We talked a lot about Combo Breaker. There's a lot of people that are excited to go to Combo Breaker for Virtua Fighter. So I hope you're gonna be there, and hang out with people in the community. Yeah, so I agree with Mustang though that like again, when I say technique, I'm not diminishing like yes, one approach is to mash it, but there is like a defined technique like boom, right? And on lever, Panda has a technique. So Panda sounds really clean on his lever list. He's using arcade buttons though, so he's not using keycaps. So for him, it's like he slides his hand like this, like and then he hits the buttons like that. So it's like actually he literally does this, like he knows the timing and then he just goes on his leverless and it's done. Like stagger's broken and it's like, and he's broken a lot of really hard staggers with that technique, just like I'm staggered. You know, it is awesome to watch him do it too. Like it's good. It actually makes a good sound as well. Miller TV says, I know 2 people that needed to get hand surgery because of a character in Melty Blood. Damn. The things that has damaged my hands is actually my iPad more than anything. But that's not more than anything. Combination. My iPad because I played some serious games on it, but also I do have damaged hands. By the way, I'm playing VF with damaged hands. My damaged hands is that I've got one trigger finger on this hand. I've got 2 trigger fingers on this hand. When I close my hand, it clicks and it's annoying. But I've had time. There was definitely there was a period of 2 days where my hand literally was doing Spider-Man or I Love You. Like I was like Spider-Man for 2 days because these fingers got locked. And I couldn't, and I had trouble pulling them back. That did not come from stick though. That came from serious restaurant work where I was carrying really heavy plates a lot, like stacks. So you hold like one here and then one here, and then you know you might be holding elsewhere too, but you're holding multiple plates and they're really hot, and so you have to touch the places that are not hot. And if you are touching the place that's hot, but you've already carried a bunch and you gotta take them to a table, but there's no place to put them down, so you gotta get to the table nicely and put them down. So I just endure the burning in my hands. That's doing that for many months, not in my restaurant, but in another restaurant. That is what led to me having really damaged hands, actually. So yeah. But yeah, Seta So, the top Chinese player now, yeah, his stagger break is just so wonderful sounding. You're just like, I want to break staggers like that so bad. You know, it just sounds so nice. It's just such a nice sound. It's so clean. Like you can see the room and people looking at it when they hear it. Right? Like, you know. So. Yeah. Here's the thing, like playing MOBAs and playing RTS is crazy for me nowadays because of the whole like moving the mouse all over the place while I'm tapping, you know, like this. And it's weird because it doesn't sound like much, but it's more like click, 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 you know. So it's like, but nowadays, like, but there was a time where I was in the zone and played like that, right? Because I loved playing MOBAs and RTS, but yeah. Hypergrav's gonna 4-6K as much as they can right now.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Oh man, I feel for your move quick, yeah. Boxing and calisthenics is good stuff though. They're supposed to help reduce it, but yeah. Can stagger break? Yeah, Denkai breaks stagger really well in pad, but he also avoids stagger situations. Nero can break staggers on pad. There are people that do break staggers on pad, but so here's what I had felt. I had to honestly, well, one, I I did predict that they were going to eliminate staggers in this patch. They didn't. I'm glad, but they reduced them dramatically. But then when I thought about it, I was like, you know what they could do is I would just like let pad players have motion control stagger break, and so that if you were on a gamepad, you can just like shake it 3 or 4 times, and then it would break the stagger, and I'd be fine with that. I think that's fair, because I think there's a lot of stuff that pad players have to deal with in VF's current arcade style design that are a challenge. They're doable, but they're a challenge. I do think that the new Virtua Fighter is definitely going to have I think I wanted to have callbacks to its traditional control scheme, but I do think it's going to have design decisions that are definitely built around pad. It is completely built around pad. So it might mean that instead of having 3 buttons to hit something, you might have a dedicated PKG, like button that functions like PKG, which you should anyways, you should macro that anyways, but they might do stuff like that. They might do stuff where guard throw escape is holding guard in a direction, but it might be 4 directions, right? It might be guard in any of the 4 directions. Who knows? But that said, we'll see what they do. But they are designing the new game for pad, and so it's supposed to be relatable to this for sure. But I do think they're going to make interesting changes that are so that it plays amazing on pad. So yeah. Hypergrass says any game with the mouse is unplayable for me competitively. It is. I mean, mouses is really something, right? It's tougher than people want to admit. Yes, we're used to it, and shooters is great, but at the same time, but I do like the eventual designs of tactical shooters, which reduce. Like, I love arena shooters a lot. You know, Quake 2 is definitely one of my favorite eras. I know a lot of people it's Quake 3 and Quake 1, but I loved Quake 2 competitively in duel 1-on-1. But and I loved like the Unreal Tournament era as well, and all the arena shooters. But I loved the way tactical shooters kind of changed it a little bit up. So yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the practice. Keep it up. After this game, we will start the next league battle so you guys can enjoy the practice, okay? I want you guys to enjoy it very much. And these are meant to be good open sparring sessions for fun. So, let's see here. I wish there was random on the rooms, because I like doing random select at locals. I do random select a lot at locals, so. Actually, I might do Lao. I know my Lao's a little mean. The breakdance move? The throw, you mean? When she hits, if she hits you, it's full. But if it's like, but if you guard it, then yeah, you can stop it. But if it's the throw, then yeah, that plays out. She has like 2 moves that I can think of when I think of that. She's got an interesting throw, but then she also has an interesting low that kind of does its thing. But if she hits you, it's, you know, you're gonna eat that. Good to have you here with us in the room, Alcoholic Spaceman. All right, we're gonna set it up as a league battle. Let's have a fun spar with everyone after this. Sisha and Pidgey playing Hibiki doing awesome though. Very nice. Oh. Alright, good battle, good battle. I'm really glad you joined us, Philippine. Thank you so much for joining us. The one that I call REVO. Yeah, that's probably Zivwa. But yeah. Very nice fight. Very nice fight. Alright, Sisha, here we go.
Round one. Ready, go!
Thank you so much, Sisha. I'm really happy to hear that every session here has been wonderful. I've been enjoying it. I'm not Leon, I can't jab here. I like that.
Round three. Ready, go! Round four. Ready, go!
I was able to do fadeaway, hammer fist. Good game, Sisha. Alright, so we're waiting for the resolution of Hypergrab versus Alcoholic Spaceman. Chronomed, you can always join, yeah. Now that said, we just started this league battle, but you can join. It's a quick one. This one will only have like 4 games. So there's only 3 more games. After the 3rd game, you'll be able to play. So you can definitely join the room though. Chronomed, you're always welcome to join. Yeah, this is a very open session. That's why I call it the dojo sessions. This is meant to be like an open dojo. The 335G, yeah, keep it up. It's really good. You'll get there. Sorry, Philippine.
Round two. Ready, go!
I like the throw choice here. I like this.
Knockout.
What? Okay, this should have been guaranteed. What the hell? Was I slow?
Round 3. Ready, go!
I hope you like this trick. Hop away and then you know, jump into you. Very nice, Philippine.
Round 5. Ready, go! Excellent.
Good fight, my friend. Good fight. Very nice fight. Yep, join play and always remember to have fun. No, it's okay. We're training. We are training, my friend. I know that you're newer to VF, but you are very scary. You have a full commitment style, and your full commitment is scary. Keep it up. Keep being scary, but your commitment is really... I like that you commit. I like it.
I'll give it 100%. Round 1.
Alright, here we go, Spaceman.
Ready, go! Knockout.
Don't worry, you're doing fine, Spaceman. Keep it up.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Excellent choices. Break that side.
Knockout.
That was a really good round.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Nice combo. Nice, this should ring out. Nope.
Knockout.
Alright.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Nice.
Knockout.
Good game, my friend. My instinct took over there and did the finish. So, but Spaceman, really nice, Jackie. Very nice. I liked how you nailed me with those EX highs. I love it too. Thank you so much. I loved fighting you too. Keep it up. All right, let's see which match we get to watch here. All right, and Chronomad, are you nut meat?
Round one.
No. Okay, hey Nutmeat, good to see you. It's been a while, so I was wondering if it happened to be the same. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. And welcome to the room. This league battle will finish soon. There's one more game after this, and then it'll be the warm-up session, and then it'll be like the warm-up matches, and then another league battle. Yeah, good to have you here. Oh, no problem. Take your time. We still got time. It's still... I would say keep labbing for another 10 minutes. Hey, Merkster. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing very well.
Round three. Ready, go!
The code is 4565. 4565. I'm doing well, doing pretty well. I miss my wife and my son, but I will get to see them again on Saturday. So they were in China for 2 weeks, and then they're in Thailand this week, and they'll be back this weekend. So I'm excited to see them. My son is horribly homesick. My wife is having an amazing time. But I've been having a good time with my daughter, and yeah, things have been good. Things have been pretty good. I am on Twitch as well, yes. So on Twitch, it's chanchai_VF. So you can support me on both YouTube or Twitch. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, so I am streaming on both right now. Alright, the last game of this current league battle. We will do more. We'll do at least one more league battle tonight. Probably one more. But it's been so much fun being with all of you. Thank you all very much. Thanks for celebrating the end of this REVO 1.0 era. We're about to enter the 1.1 era. So.
Round one. Ready, go!
We're gonna say farewell to staggers by setting up a stagger.
Round two. Ready, go!
Very nice. I love that 3K plus G. That was a brilliant, brilliant Okizumi. That was such a cool Okizumi here.
Ready, go! Round four. Ready, go!
We're also saying farewell to super-powered ECD. Welcome, slower ECD. Good game, Hypergraph. Good game. I do love the movement in this game. Good match. Hypergraph, you're doing great. I hope you've been feeling it. Yeah, Pity's doing awesome. Pity playing Hibiki doing very awesome. So I'm gonna go get a drink of water. I will be right back. We will start the league battle on the 30, probably the 35-minute mark. 35-minute mark, we'll do the final league battle of the day, of the night. But I thank you all so much for hanging out here with me. I'm having a great time with you all. It's been a lot of fun. VF is a lot of fun. So, very interactive game. Yeah, so here's what I do like about Pity Poing's play, and I do think they get it from their other fighting games. Pity Poing can really play with tempo quite a bit, and so can be tough. So sometimes I ended up just locking them into tempo as well, locking them into VF guess territory, where it's like you gotta guess. Now he is good at guessing actually, but yeah, definitely I like his tempo changes too.
Round 2. Ready?
I'm really glad you guys had a great fight. Yeah. By the way, Chronomat's Jackie's looking very nice. They use backdash, set that up. The amount that they use backdash though might be a little more of some like a Namco fighter. We'll see. Yeah, that's good. Alright, keep it up, Chronomad. The side assault is vicious. Sisha's Jeffrey's looking nice. I think Sisha's very excited to play Jeffrey, and a lot of people are very happy about playing Jeffrey in after the new patch. Very nice. Nice jab throw is always good. Good use of sweep, observes the low. 10 Cent Ryu, good to have you with us as well.
Round 4. Ready? Go!
Brad is really, really fun. Hey, Gaming Mogra. Oh, it's gonna be awesome playing both Jeffrey and Brad. I think Brad's looking good.
Knockout.
Hey, Kirk Kronos, how are you doing today? Good to have you here.
Round 5. Ready? Go!
So Hypergraph says, I am definitely trying the technique that we covered when we sparred. It is quite funny that immediately afterwards ECD was nerfed, assuming we understood correctly. Yeah. No, it is, but it's still important to learn. It's still very strong. You still want to do it because you want to at least reduce your risk on your failed evade. So you still want to do it. You 100% still want to do ECD or evade dash guard, and then you still want to be able to throw escape when you realize that there's no attack coming out. So yeah. 2P plus K is really good move. I don't know if they gutted it, but I do think they made it more vulnerable. I am concerned if they made it so that you can option select defend it. So what do I mean by that? I think that if you guard it, it feels like if the way that they tuned it, you might end up being able to just input your Nitaku attack. And if you do it at the right time, it'll probably come out if they don't follow up, and then if they do follow up, you'll probably still guard. So I want to see if that's what happens. Hopefully not, but we'll see if you can option select your attack option after guarding it. That said, there is stuff Brad can do if you play that way. Like that's a predictable, that you're making yourself predictable by doing that. And if you do that, all he has to do is something like 2P plus K backdash evade, and he'll probably like punish what you did, right? But it would be interesting if the option select becomes like the game. So generally, actually, anytime I want to sidestep, I ECD, and I do ECD. If you watch me play, I ECD like a lot, but there is times to tune it down, and there is a consequence for doing it. If you ECD in the neutral, and they wait, you will not be able to do a successful evade for a full second. That doesn't sound like a lot of time, so let's rephrase it. You will not be able to do a successful evade for 60 frames. Okay. So what then happens is if you see somebody like evade cancel, like, you know, do this, then you can just go ahead and put your, like, do a big attack, and they'll have to guard it. Now, in this game, that means you'll probably be minus, but if you do this, you will lock them into a guessing game, and it is in their favor. But if you're good at reverse mix-up, in this game, this is a wonderful point that Black Alert made, is that Virtua Fighter has Nitaku, right? And Heat is a kind of a mix-up, but Heat and Nitaku are not the same. The thing about Heat in Tekken is that when somebody gets you on Heat, they're all upside. It's upside or nothing, but it's not negative, right? It's like you, as the defender, you really only can defend. Like, you really can only defend in that situation. In VF, when someone gets you in mix-up in VF, it's them choosing to attack you or throw you. And if they choose to throw you, you can combo them, you can launch them and do a combo, right? But if they attack, then you should defend. But also, if they do a big attack, you can sidestep and you'll probably get a huge punish. So this mix-up in VF is different. This Nitaku is different from what Tekken players are experiencing with Heat, right? In Heat, like, they're like, well, you have to defend, and your options are get killed or 0. You know, in VF it's like, okay, once you understand mix-ups in VF, you can be defiant, and you're just like, I am gonna defend well, but the moment I know he's gonna throw me, I'm gonna combo him, right? And that's the big difference. That's a huge difference. And then in VF, you also have Sabaki attacks. So like, Jeffrey keeps doing knee versus throw. I'll just do Sabaki, which gives me a combo, and it beats both. So he now has to change to like throw versus uppercut and not throw versus knee, because I used an attack that just beats knee, right? So VF gives you ways to fight back when you're in a mix-up. Tekken mix-up is like up or down, heads or tails, you know, like that is a 50-50 in a way, right? Not exactly, because you got to weigh the difference of the damages, but that's how it feels in Tekken. But in Virtua Fighter, it's actually, when somebody mixes you up, you can actually mix them back up. That's a huge thing about this game. Hey Zevo, thank you so much. They're gonna go do rank, trying off my rank. Okay, no problem. Have fun in rank, but thank you so much for hanging out with us. I loved having you here, Zevo. We really appreciate you. Love to have you some more. All right, you have a good one, my friend. You have a good day. Have a good morning, because I think it's morning your time.
Ready, go!
Sisha, awesome. Yeah, keep exploring away. Play any character you like. Yeah, so I think the thing is in Tekken, that feels like a hopeless situation when somebody and the thing is, it's oppressive, right? Like when somebody initiates the Heat, like usually it's not easy to avoid it, right? It's like, boom, it's like, here we are, right? In VF, there's actually ways to play around. There's ways to counterplay. There's ways to not get into a mix-up situation as much, you know? So there's more agency on both players' part in VF. Tekken there is, but it's hard. Tekken is definitely that game where, you know, the one who hits is doing good, the one who defends is doing good, the one who got hit is really screwed. You know? So yeah. Change is exciting, Sisha. I agree. So we are ready for tomorrow because change is exciting. Someday soon. It's good to see you. Hope you've been doing very, very well. Hope you've been enjoying this, and yeah, Thank you so much, Someday Soon.
Knockout.
Yeah, lots of people ready for tomorrow.
Round 2.
I'm gonna get a quick drink. I'll be right back, and we will start the league battle. Unless I screwed up on the time. Yeah, I'll get a quick drink. I'll be right back. Yep, I know you've been very, very busy. Yeah, hang in there. Keep it up. Cheers, cheers. And I wish I could have been. I wish I could have been in Japan. I wish I could have been in Japan. But yeah.
Knockout.
Hey, Alcoholic Space Time. Yep. See you, my friends. I love the fights. Good to play again. Always good to play, Spaceman. Thank you so much. You have a good one. You take care. Chronomat says, that's how VF feels. Not as hopeless or locked down. You can always make a play. That's how I feel about VF. Well said, Chronomat. You're expressing how I feel about Virtua Fighter. Gaming Mogra says, yeah, this is also why I feel like I enjoy VF more and more. Coming from SF6 with burnout system, there are many same old checkmate situations. That is what I try to say, is that in this game, there's not exactly checkmate. The checkmate is that they guessed you, they keep outguessing you, that they're outguessing you, they're outskilling you, but it's not just it is outskilling, but it's a lot of outguessing you is how you get checkmated in this game, and that's not checkmate, right? But there is definitely a lot of merits to checkmate, right? And we'll see in the new VF if there's kind of a checkmate with the break system and the particularly the break system makes me wonder about the checkmating in the new VF game. But there is excitement in checkmate, and the most exciting thing about checkmates though are when it looks like a checkmate and people can turn it around. So those are like the hypest moments always, right? When it feels like checkmate but it's not, but that path to victory somehow manifests, right? To turn it around. So that's what the excitement checkmates can give in a game. But I love VF because we create win conditions, we set up wins, but you can't really say it's checkmate until it's over. Even against the ring, even against the ring out and against the wall, I don't call it, there's always ways to fight that, and I fought my way out of them so many times. But a lot of why I'm playing the way I do is from that experience of how to try to beat the opponent that's trying to get out of there while also trying to beat the opponent that's in it. But it becomes thinking game, right? That becomes that's decisions versus decisions. That's not checkmate. So yeah, I think nothing against checkmates, because I think checkmates make a lot of games exciting, but I really love that VF consistently has agency. But it can feel like checkmate when you're getting outguessed constantly. So that's the tough part. All right. I'm going to. Okay, I'll stick around. I'll get a drink after the league. We'll start the league battle. Here we go. Good luck. Have fun, everybody. Let's have some fun battles here. And yeah, I'm cheering for you someday soon. I'm looking forward to everything. But yeah, I know you've been busy. All right, let's see here.
Round 1. Ready, go!
There you go. I was looking for this. That was really good, Sisha. I was wanting to see if you were going to do it. I was like, I'm going to see if you're going to Abari against the jab. Jab throws your enemy, right? That was really good. That was good. You got counter hit and you got the splash mountain. I am curious. Huh, interesting. That was a good game. Good game. Crazy Drunk said, yeah, Ugh, I want to check how they changed 1KK with drinks against Taka. That is going to be an interesting change, yeah. I know Shun has to drink a little more to get the knockdown after the patch. It's tomorrow night, yeah, Japan time, yeah. So the patch will be tomorrow. I'm curious what Crazy Drunk thinks about the patch when it comes out and what they find. Good game, Sisha, good game. Oh, disconnected? No! So sad when that happens. 10-cent Rue, no! Hypergrav, are you waiting for the battle to start? Is that what happened? Did it crash out? We'll start one more. We'll start one more if we have to, okay? Oh, no, that's okay. Chronomat, that's fine. All that means is, okay, that just means that there was another player that's no longer there. It's fine. That happens. It's just a bad communication. It's like a bad error. It's not an error message. It just means that the opponent is no longer in the league or something. But it's okay. You're fine. You're fine. I was worried about the other four. Okay. Yeah, it's the problem is with that description that would cause people to leave the room. Right? Sounds like an error message, so you're like, oh, maybe I better leave the room and come back. It's like, no, don't do that. You know. Merkster says, sounds like I'm getting back into VF during a time of flux. Time of flux is right, yeah. But not knowing what I'm doing, that's okay. Probably won't affect you. You'll be having fun either way. We welcome, welcome back to VF, and I really hope you're gonna enjoy it because I want to enjoy it more with you. So yeah. Ignorance is fine. Yeah, ignorance is bliss. What matters is going forward. Yeah, what matters is going forward. So, yeah, what matters is what you see in front of you, or what lies ahead of you. Hypergraph, thank you very much for gifting the sub. That means so much to me too. It means a whole lot. So thank you very much. Also, Hypergraph, if you are free late night this Saturday night, I will be in the Seattle area. I'll be in Redmond. I will be in Redmond this Saturday, but limited availability. I'll be able to play late night VF. That's about it. But it'll be like in the lobby of the hotel I'm staying at. So if somebody wants to meet up with me in Redmond, play with me in some hotel lobby battles, I'm open for that this Saturday in the Redmond, Washington area. All right. It looks like we got to start it over. We will start it over. We will start a new league battle. What time? Well, anytime, like, I would say 10 or after, like, it might even be 9 or after, but the problem is your 2 hours, I don't want you to do it at 2 hours of a drive because it's only because my family is going to be sleeping in the hotel room and I'm doing it when they're asleep. So, but it is also true that, but if we get a group of people, it'll be awesome. Because I do that sometimes. Nice throw.
Round 2.
Leon and Shundi, awesome. Well, I am a Leon player, so it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing your Leon and your Shun. Very good. Want the back option. Awesome throw escape. Awesome. Throw. I'm dead. That was awesome. Good round. Alright, here we go, Nutmeat.
Round 3. Ready, go! Round 4. Ready, go!
Good game, Nutmeat. I like your go very much. Good fight. Okay, Hypergraph says, I will see if family lets me. Okay, I might have family in town, but I'm down. That's not that far from me. Okay, awesome. I'll post a message in Discord. Chronomad, reach out to me on socials. If you're on Discord or if you're on like X, I chat a lot on both. I also chat a lot on Facebook as well. But let me know. But again, I don't want to cause you to drive far for a very short session. There will definitely be a time where we will do a lot more VF in Seattle area, so we can definitely coordinate for something like that sometime. I think that'd be awesome, and I think that'd be very cool. But I don't want to cause you to risk especially if you're a sleepy driver. I don't want to do that to you, but I do want to meet you, and I do want to have a session with you sometime, offline, online, either. So. Yeah, but I'll let you know. But you can reach out to me on socials. Yeah, Guibert's gonna be in Portland for one day in June, and they'll be in Seattle in July. So I'm looking forward to that too. Yeah, let's make it worth your while. I want to make it worth that trip for you. Very good. I love that. I forgot that you're used to fighting against Jade Thor.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Good game, Hypergraph. Very good game. Doral will be tournament legal. Yeah. Yes, she will be. You stood up into it. Good games, my friend. Good games. Yeah, no, she's legal. I'm happy if you play Doral in our fights too. Doral is fun. Dural's fun. They really. I don't see her as a threat at the moment. I don't see her as like broken. But I do think she's a cool character, and I do think she's legit. It's just that, so what I meant was that I don't see her as a broken character. But I haven't fought enough Durals yet, and it's very interesting what she can do and how she can set up some win conditions. But she seems like they did a good job with her. It's like I still freeze up against Wolf's charging attack for whatever stupid reason. I still freeze against it on that situation. Rayblade's awesome. Oh. Awesome. I see why Ray's your hero. Okay, that makes sense. Yes. Good fight, Sisha. Good fight. Keep it up. I should... We should be gifting Durals, right? We should be gifting Durals on streams. Dural DLC. So we should be gifting those to viewers. So yeah. Anyways. Like I'm like, well, you know, if you gift the game, the problem is they probably have the game already. Some don't. But if we do giveaways of like the Dural codes, Dural DLC, I think that would work pretty well. Especially now that Dural's playable in World Stage and arcade mode. I'm really happy she's playable in World Stage. Thank goodness. Nice. Excellent. Okay. Alright, so I should let you know, 10-cent Rue, that like low kicks are minus on hit. That's kind of why mids, lows are not as strong in VF. But yeah, that's okay though. They're still good at disrupting. Let's do this. I see. You like to attack. All right, let's do this. Nice. Good defense. Very nice. Good backing off.
Knockout.
Very good.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Very good throw. Good game, Tencent Ryu. Now, you are very aggressive, but you do show some defense. Right now, it feels like you might be coming from like Tekken or something, right? Because your flow is you tend to guard after like full strings get blocked. And so the thing to get used to in this game is that this is more of a single move game, and that's okay. But keep doing what you're doing. However, what you'll deal with later, and you did start to adjust to it, is if I did like low punch attack, you did sometimes block after you got low punch. That was very good. So keep it up. Keep it up. So this balance between defense and offense is going to be like key. Keep working on it. Keep feeling it out. But you'll start to feel you do want to be assertive and aggressive in this game. You do. But at the same time, you're going to find more moments on where you want to guard really quick and then turn it back onto the offense. But keep it up. I like your Brad, and I like some of where I see your attacks going, where your decisions are going. Your biggest enemy right now will probably be somebody doing low punch into launcher against you. So they'll try to low punch to interrupt your string, and then they'll try to hit you with a launcher. So be aware of that. That's going to be the thing that's going to give you trouble. Yeah, the patch is, I think on console, the patch will be tomorrow night. We'll see. And then Steam, I'm not sure. Yeah, someday soon says, I swear we do listen to feedback. We know people wanted to play Dural more. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So it's good that finally Dural is going to be playable in world stage mode. You know? And arcade mode. Thank goodness. Yeah. I also think a lot of the people that are buying Dural are going to be play world stage mode quite a bit. So I think that's why it's like, yeah, really, that's a big one. Steam at 0001. I see. Could be. We'll see. That was a really fun battle, everyone. Thank you all so much for these battles. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I had a great time, all of you, and it's exciting. We've got a new patch. The game is going to feel fresh, but the game is always fresh, I think. But you guys, let's have a lot more fun. Let's play more VF. I also like. So there's an interesting discussion to be had about the high rank rooms. I do think that's a cool idea. I really like that idea, and I hope it will, and I believe it'll work out actually, because it creates a filter where people that want to go 42 and up might have a place to play their battles. These will probably be public rooms. I assume they have to be public rooms. I don't think they're required to be private. We'll see. But the level 42 and up, they can grind hard, like high level rank matches in rooms now. I think that's a cool idea. I think rules can handle any kind of bad actor, you know, and if it's really popular, there shouldn't be any problems, you know, and I don't think, you know, I think there's always going to be a way. So I'm very confident like that's a pretty cool feature that a lot of people might not appreciate now, but I think they will appreciate later. I think the rank system doesn't really let you power level from high rankers. I think that there's some mitigation for that. I don't think it works exactly that way, so I think you still have to fight people relatively close to your rank, if I understand correctly. But also to get into those rooms, you have to be 42 plus to go to play in the ranking rooms. So ranked mode open for everyone. Ranked rooms, high level 42 and up. And this will help filter them. This will help them see each other and then get to play. Now, will they pick and choose? Sure, but you know what? That's okay. There will definitely be people at those ranks that will just play anyone. And that alone will work really well to keep this thing going pretty smooth for that. It also reduces the high level jumping into the intermediate pool. I mean, that will still kind of happen, I think, but it will happen less, especially if a pattern is building. I also like that these high rank rooms, if they populate the lobby, that creates a presence, and that shows, hey, people are playing VF more on the lobbies, right? I think that's a good thing. I think there's a lot of good possibilities that are going to happen with this change. Yeah, seeing people in the lobby for the rank probably feels better than queuing for rank not knowing how many people there are. I think it does. I think this reduces a gaslighting feeling, but hopefully they, and then at the same time, high rank players, if they, like in our community, they'll probably just say, hey, I'm going to be on at this time. Who else wants to fight rank at this time? And that may help nudge the behavior of rank hours for the hardcore group, because rank hours is a thing people want to do anyways in general. So yeah. All right, I think that's it. Thank you very much. It's weird what the room is doing right now, but nope, it's still got a match going. It just doesn't show. So me versus Chronomed, no. So, what a way to send off 1.0. Sorry, someday soon. We're kind of taking pot shots at this. We're blaming 1.0, but Okay, so let's see. Kurt Chrono says, "Thank you for the advice. I'm getting back in VF, so I'm a bit rusty. No problem. And your 10-cent route, awesome. No problem. I'm always happy to give you advice, as you know, Kurt Chronos. Thanks for your support all this time, and I'm glad we got to play. Let's play more, and don't worry, it's fun. But feel free to ask me questions anytime. Message me on socials, comment on my videos. Either way, I'll try to respond. And I'm always, I'm here to help. We're gonna have a lot of fun." Yeah, seeing people. Yeah. We talked about the lobby. So I do think the lobby's stuck. So I am gonna leave the room here because I think I'm one of the stuck ones. But I had a great time with everyone. Thank you so much. Let's play more VF, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Do message me on socials, comment on my videos. I'll reply, and let's keep the conversations and the playing going. Someday Scene says it's understandable. Truth is important. 100% important. Yeah. Well, you're one of the really honest people I know, but you're very good and savvy about how you how you talk that too. But so I like it. So let's see. I really enjoyed the 1.0 meta. I did. Final Showdown will probably still always be my personal favorite VF, but I love REVO 1.0. And I'm gonna love 1.1. I think so too. Even though I'm really sad about them reducing staggers, I understand it because I was kind of expecting that. ECD change, I think, is gonna actually have good impact on the meta. I like ECD. You guys see me move all the time, but this just and we still will move. It's just that you have to be more precise. It's similar to how backdash has a risk. Yeah, backdash has a risk. Evading has more risk now, but it's kind of going to where I do think the game was intended to be like that actually originally. I think Final Showdown did not intend for ECD to be exactly as strong as it is. And so I think this change is a very interesting one. And I think characters like Wolf will benefit, not be broken. I think looking at how conservative the patch updates seem to be on the Wolf side is because they're expecting Wolf to be stronger in the new system, right? So I think there's a lot to look forward to. Same with Taka. I think Taka is not exactly wrecked. It's just when we look at things in buffs and nerfs, it feels this way. It feels personal. It's our character. It's character by character. It's in a vacuum. We have to see what we need to see is we need to see how exactly did the combo system change, because it looks like there's changes. The different types of changes, that tweaks that are made like send signals to me that I might need to expect the combo system to feel a bit different. So we'll see. We do know that there's some scaling difference. We'll see how that plays out. The moves that were tweaked to be more punishable on whiff, the ones that had recovery frames extended, those are like, a lot of those moves are moves that are like, I think in an online environment are harder to punish for some people. For me, I can punish them, but that doesn't mean most people have trouble punishing them the way they might even at an offline. And so those changes, I don't think are exactly for that reason. I think it's because these moves generally are hard to punish even at a high level, when you expect them, right? And so I think that's what the nature of those changes are, is to make sure that they are being punished and that they're being used more for precision reasons, so that the risk and reward is more in tune with what's intended, or more exciting even. So I do think there's a lot of thoughtful changes in this patch, and I think if we're looking at it straight up as buffs, as the character got buffed or the character got nerfed, it is an oversimplification, and it's not looking at how things interact like all in the big scramble. Because I think, you know, overall that evade cancel, Wolf has had to struggle against ECD so much. That said, people are gonna probably, the first 2 weeks, people are gonna be like, Wolf is too strong, and then they're gonna say Jeffrey's broken, but they'll learn how to fight against Jeffrey, and Jeffrey is gonna be pretty scary. But I think it's gonna work out. But I do think Jeffrey will be very strong in this game, but we have to see how it plays out in the whole environment. Yeah. Oh, Kirk Kronos, have a fun time at Texas Showdown. Texas Showdown has confirmed that they are going to be using the current version, not the updated version. So hopefully, for their sake, nobody updates the game on the console, on the two consoles that they have set for Virtua Fighter. But Texas Showdown is going to be amazing this weekend. I know a lot of good players that are being there, but a lot of fun players. So it's a great group of people. It is going to be an awesome tournament. So somebody said, not gonna lie, I hated staggers. I can see you hating staggers. Even as an older player for fighting games, I think the arcade mechanics have to go for the newer players. I understand that. That's also why I expected them to go. And I'm not surprised if you're against staggers. But I love stagger. I really love it. But I also felt that for me, I would have just given like gamepads the like motion control way of breaking it and make it even easy to do it for them. Because I do think it destroys silicone. I do think it destroys I think it causes drift really quickly, you know. And so I think so that's what I personally would have been like my compromise. But I also understand if a design decision says, hey, this is for the home era, dude. And also modern audiences don't like this, even though it might not be quote unquote random, it still conveys this randomness in a way that modern audiences don't appreciate. I respect that perspective too. Like I hear it and I respect it. But I do love staggers, not for the totally random reason for it, but for all the other aspects of it. But I totally respect people that hate it. Like Necromancy says I can't wait for Stagger to go. Tricky says she can't wait for Stagger to go. Rental Animator says he never liked it. And so I respect these opinions. But man, I freaking love Stagger. And I also love dynamics of it, but it's also true that a lot of what I love about it too comes from playing side by side or in person with someone too, because there's that dynamic as well. But it's not fully that. I love it for the situational reasons. But again, it's a moot point. They are reducing it. They've kept it. They've kept it in very interesting spots, right? There are side stagger hits now. So let's talk about this. I think there's wall stagger still. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But as far as I know from reading those patch notes, looks like wall staggers are still there. And wall staggers are not the hardest staggers to break. But they are and they're easier to see coming. They're easier to be ready for, okay, because you're at the wall. Then there is side hit staggers. There's some, like Lao has one now, but there's going to be there's a couple in there. Go has a stagger from sidekick, which is a pretty big deal, and that does preserve some of what sidekick does, so that's cool. And then it does mention that there are some low attack in the staggers. I'm guessing they're going to be the easier ones to break, but they're meant to be disruptive as ways to kind of get into the fight with the low, because a lot of beginners do want to find a way into the fight with the low, right? And so to Kerkranos, when we fought, one thing I want to say about their Brad is that when you low kick me, you're going to be minus. So yes, like what you do, most opponents, if they're not doing anything after you kick them, go ahead and attack. But against me, if you realize that I'm striking you right away after you low kick me, then you'll want to adjust that. But it's a game, because now you can low kick me and you can sidestep. You can low kick me, backdash, right? You can do stuff like that if I'm going to strike back right away. But anyways, low attacks are a way for developing players to feel like they can get in on somebody that's just guarding up here. Guard throw escaping especially. VF does prefer you get comfortable learning how to throw, but actually the most comfortable place to throw is when somebody makes a mistake like whiffs, right? And so I understand that. And then the thing I have to teach new people to VF that is harder to convey is it's really good if you block something that's really minus, even though it's not guaranteed punish, you can throw. It's pretty good, right? And that takes a while for them to get comfortable with, coming from other fighting games. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate all this feedback, and I love this discussion. Gaming Moguro says, I personally am going to miss the old Ukemi. I felt like it's a unique design for a 3-buttons game. It is, but the 3 buttons a good topic, but I'm going to read what you said, the rest of it, and then we'll talk about the 3 buttons and design. So, I mean, it's still there, but it's being the only way to do it kind of makes it feel special. And June says, wall stagger makes me curious about Lao hit into crouch K. Yeah, I do think about that too. Definitely getting to test that. Okay, so 3-button design. 3 buttons at the same time is definitely an arcade thing, because it's not comfortable doing this on a pad unless you're used to using the shoulder buttons, which in fighting games, not everyone's comfortable doing the shoulder buttons. I am, but not everyone is. And so people tend to like shoulder buttons being throw, guard, or macro, right? And so now in this game you probably should use a macro if you're playing pad for PKG, unless you're playing the scheme that I do, but again, we're not talking about me, we're talking about most people. So all 3 buttons has always had this awkward relationship. That's probably why 2XKO has way too many 2-button combinations for too many different functions, in my opinion, because it's confusing to remember all those 2-button combinations, what they do, because they do different things. But in Virtua Fighter, it's, you know, it's not bad to have a PKG button for stance use for Ukemi and all that. But I do like this change. I think this change for easier Ukemi is a good one. I have seen people struggle at the beginner and even at the beginner level. I've seen people struggle to learn how to do Ukemi, to do tech roll, quick rise. I've seen them try to do it and they just have trouble. So I like that they adjusted the timing for it, because it's supposed to be an easy thing to do. It's supposed to be an easy thing to do. And so I like this change, and it's easier to teach someone to not do it than to try to teach, and then as opposed to them struggling to do it and it's the thing they're supposed to do. And so I think and so what's cool is that, you know, people are going to Ukemi in general now more, and so people will get good at the Okizemi against the Ukemi-zemi. They're going to be good against learning how to fight against tech roll, and then they have to learn how to fight against the people that stay down. Then they realize the fake combos are good combos against people that stay down. So it'll be cool. Also, they didn't mention it much, but it looks like there's going to be changes to pounce. A lot of the pounces were tweaked on recovery and stuff, so don't be surprised if pouncing somehow finds a way to be relevant in this game. And on their social media, when they posted that there's going to be changes in the patch, right? One of the pictures was Jackie doing a pounce, like up in the air, like pouncing, ready to stomp down on the opponent. So I think we need to look at what if they're really trying to make Pounce something that's not looking like a meme thing, right? But something that's like, okay, this is real, and maybe it's a call out when you just stay down. But we'll see. We'll see. This is going to be a fun time this weekend. Please, everyone, share your experience with the patch. Let people know. Jamie Lee Chris says, sorry for raiding and no problem. Sorry for raiding and bouncing. I'm leaning off the side of my chair, half asleep, trying to play VF. Thank you for hanging in there and playing VF. Always good to have you, Jamie Lee. And thank you so much for your support, your raid, your subscription. And also, yeah, to the people that came with the raid, welcome. I am sorry that I'm going to be leaving soon, but I promise I will try to find a good place to raid you guys too. And let's have a lot more fun playing VF. It's been a fun night. And, you know, also, I'll give a shout out to the Virtua Fighter Discord, the official one. Sega's official Discord does have good conversations in there, actually, but also has been the most consistent, best place to give them feedback. If you have feedback about VF, that is the #1 place that I know of where I've seen them seemingly, it seems like they read it because the stuff they do seems to reflect what gets said in there. So the official VF Discord is definitely recommended to join. You can find it, I believe, from their official website and from their official social media channels. I think Ukemi being one button is a good. I think it was a natural change. I mean, that one to me was. I didn't mention it before, but I was like, I wouldn't be surprised to do this. But I wouldn't be, like I told everybody, I wouldn't be surprised if guard throw escape is in the new VF, not this game, but in Virtua Fighter future VF. I wouldn't be surprised if guard throw escape, if there is something like that, is like press and hold guard in a direction. You know, like I wouldn't be surprised if it's just built in. You know, and that would convey the message nicely. That would convey the message nicely. Like, to be honest, right? Like, does that make sense to you guys? I think it actually makes sense. In this game, slightly less sense because there's some dumb stuff with that. But I think in a new VF, I wouldn't be surprised if guard throw escape was, if it was still in the game, but it was like press and hold guard, and while you're holding a direction, you're going to escape a throw. You know? Okay, and someday soon is confirming. Yeah, it's like shout out. Thank you for shout out, for the shout out. But yeah, VF Discord is the best way to give feedback. It really, really is. Okay, it's confirmed that it really, really is. You know, like I've definitely seen them respond there. It's the one place that they respond, and they're not going to give you the answer you want right away, but they're listening and they read it, and they have a team. I believe they have a team that's reading it that tells them what's being said. So yeah. Yeah, so Baba Bus is there's no way that they're gonna ever go back to the old school throw escape system of multiple throw escape, but I do think that the throw escape system we have might get evolved to just guard in a direction or something like that. So, and I think it would be fine. Like, you know, things. Okay, let's cap this off by saying this: Virtua Fighter, throughout its history, has been an first arcade design game. Almost every decision this game has been made for this game, in terms of its gameplay, has been built around being an arcade game and being around a lot of the logic that goes with that, and going around what was exciting and interesting to what could grab attention, and what would also retain some of the players that were hardcore and the player base. But it was all built on arcade. A lot of the challenges this series has faced in the international market is because it has not been trying to be a home game, because it's been like anything but a home game. It's been an arcade game you play at home. And so we in the community know this because we've definitely vented about this in different ways. Of course, we're all over the place and what we say is the answer or whatever, but we know this. People do yell at Sega. They look at the umbrella and say, Sega, you're being dumb because you're not making this for outside Japan. And some people have to explain that this is being made for Japan, right? even maybe decisions like two delays, like Japan feels Japan oriented now. But that said, they are trying, and we're seeing the direction of, we've seen them say it. This is going to be made, that the new Virtua Fighter, the future Virtua Fighter, is being made for home gamers, for the home, and home means PC and console, right? If they said console, people would be like, what about PC? So when they say home, that's code for that, and it also is code for docked handheld. You know, it's code for a docked handheld as well. So yeah. All right, and then yeah. Or just the throwscape window would be longer. Throwscape window will probably be longer, actually. Well, throwscape window actually is pretty generous, but it is hard to learn doing the guard throwscape right now, and so that's why I wouldn't be surprised in the future if it's just guard in a direction, and it's like, okay, you're accidentally doing it, but now let's understand why we're escaping throws. That's good, right? Especially if you have multiple throw directions, you still will have the guessing game. But when the player happens to escape throw, they'll be like, some of them will start wondering why they did and why they didn't get the throwscape, and then that will be on the player. The player will learn how to escape throws more deliberately, and then we have the conversation instead of about how to do throwscape, as opposed to like the strategy. Do you focus on just denying really good throws, or do you want to go deeper and try to understand your opponent and their logic? And then we go for that, and that's what my guide's for. But it's cool to go straight to that, instead of, you know, it takes a lot of players 2 months to get good at guard throwscape. That's my experience from teaching people, is that, and even then, it's hard to get it in a shape where it's hard to build it into like everything you're doing in the game, because you're juggling so much. That's why I see a future of it just being guard and hold a direction, and then we can talk. But then people talk about, well, when you buffer, that's going to be weird, right? It's like, yes, it will be, but it'll work out, and it'll be your decision to buffer or not. You're still doing throwscape, but you know, yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see where it goes. Yeah, and the guessing will still be there, right? Like, it won't change the actual play, but it will change the accessibility of the play if it's something like that. Now, could be way different. They could be going totally different. Let's see what they do. Let's see how this patch 1.1, goodbye 1.0. It was a lot of fun. It was amazing times. Welcome to 1.1 era. Let's have fun with that. Let's learn it. Let's see how the meta gets shaken up. Let's see if VF players can be as cool under pressure as they always have been, or if they're going to start acting like Tekken social media. You know, I hope not. I don't like rapid patch cycles. I do like Virtua Fighters once a year big patch and maybe an emergency patch. I like that for any game. I really hate monthly patches, and I really hate 2-week patches. They are the worst. That is the most abusive to the communications team you can be. That is the players love it the first year and they turn toxic the second year. Every game, you know, every game the player starts bullying the devs on social media. They become Star Wars fans, you know, fighting game fans become Star Wars fans because if you watch like League of Legends, or you watch any competitive game, when they do like rapid patch cycles, probably the most thing I can guarantee is that the social media and the players will be very toxic to the devs. They'll be so nice for that first 9 months, and then it's hell after that. Then it's like, it's doom and gloom. It's this patch will save us. This patch is the end of the game. This patch, the game is alive. The game is dead. The game is saved. The game is dead. Right? We have to listen to that elsewhere. Yeah. And also, with the patient approach, the player is just like, eat it. You got to deal with it. And then we learn to deal. Now, some people do leave, but for the most part, in my experience, generally it follows normal patterns of play and adoption and stick. So we'll see. Shiny Brentford's here. Hell yeah. So what's going on? We're just chatting. I am calling it a night, but we had a good time. And Baba's right. The guessing has to be there. That makes it fun. Yeah. Yeah, I like slow patches so much. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, it's not about the frequency. It's just that but it's more like I just hate rapid patch because I've been in many game communities. Many. I know that everyone knows me for the Virtua Fighter community. I've been a part of many gaming communities. I go hardcore into whatever game I'm into. So I go really absorbed into it. And that includes like right now being absorbed into, I made it known that my obsession right now is Persona 5X. But that said, but when I got into other games, this is a common pattern I saw was the rapid patch cycle. Well, one, I don't think they're going to put the resources to do that. But two, it's just too much. But those are usually games that have a huge amount of success and that are being played by an insane amount of people. And it does sustain and excitement, actually. It is true that those changes, keeping it fresh rapidly, does do a job of building and kind of pull back. It has these positive effects, but I find it exhausting as somebody who loves the game because the Discord gets hijacked by quick takes instead of playing out a meta. People start talking about the meta before they play it. Anyways, all right. Well, Shiny definitely had some interesting things to say, and I know where they're coming from, though you guys know where I come from too. All right. Anyways, everyone have a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and raid, but this has been a blast, and it's good to see you, Shiny. I love having you, man, and it's good. Dr. Hugbox, really great to have you too. Yeah, Shiny. Yeah, Dr. Hugbox is correct on look, it's always going to be a thing with preference and then something we're talking about games that we enjoy. But yes, I agree with Dr. Hugbox too. What they're saying. Have a good night, everyone. Hey, Chronoman, thank you so much. You have a good night too. Wonderful to have you in the room. Ba, always wonderful to have you in the chat and in the battles too. Devil Ray, thank you so much. Devil Ray, we're gonna let her say. It says, my preference is that Sarah and Vanessa should kiss. Sounds good to me. I'm okay with that. I am not against that. I do see it in fan art, but yeah. I don't know if we'll see that because I don't know which markets that affect. But we do want a better world too, so yeah. Let me see here. But let it be known, Devil Ray is all for Sarah and Vanessa should kiss. It's the bodyguard VF6. Dr. Hugbox says the only kissing in VF that is verboten is Jeffrey may never kiss the Satan Shark. Yeah. You know what was cute though was Doral with the alien. Doral with the alien was so cool in Virtua Fighter Kids. You guys should look at the Doral ending in Virtua Fighter Kids. All right, we're gonna raid Hatoman. This will be the second time I've raided them, but it's fun watching the VF they play. So enjoy. It is a Japanese stream, but you guys are gonna enjoy it. Merkster, thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate you. Let's keep the conversation going. Feel free to comment on the video or reach out to me on socials as well. I'd love to chat. But I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Someday soon. Have a good night, y'all. And I'm not against it either. Yeah. All right. Awesome. And then Shiny Brentford says Go has the most ship fan art. Yeah. Yeah. Go is awesome though. I want more Go fan art. 100% want more Go fan art. Go, such a badass. I want more Go official art too. So anyways. All right, everyone, we're going to raid. We're sending a good-sized raid to Hatoman. Even though it's Japanese, they were very nice and welcomed me in English when I joined their channel before. So everyone say hi to them, give them a follow and support them. Play more VF, watch more VF, and thank you all so much. Cheers.